guys looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast. With Triple J. Yeah! Mundo. What? And Shane O'Mac. Acknowledge me. Coming to you live each and every Monday night from Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live on stereo and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got two words for you.
Then, now, forever. Together.
Woo-wee! Man, let me tell you something. After witnessing today's episode of Monday Night Raw, I had to find a song that expressed the way I feel. I mean, they went full brood. I'm so brooded up from what we have experienced tonight on Raw. I'm talking about a possible faction breakup. I'm talking about a possible not one but two factions creations and a surprise visit from someone we haven't seen in a minute. What's good, everybody? It's me, your homie Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells Podcast table. Of course, I am never here alone. I'm here with the homies. We're talking CEO, Mr. AKA himself. It's Mundo. And next to him, our Google.com, one of the smartest guys in wrestling, Triple J. Fellas, what's good?
Yeah! What's up, everybody? You know what time it is. CEO.
Yeah.
CEO.
Yeah.
CEO.
Yeah.
CEO.
Yeah.
CEO.
Yeah.
CEO.
Drop it. Hey. What's good, Three Bells Podcast? It's your boy Mundo, AKA Mr. AKA himself. And god damn it, what an episode of Monday Night Raw we got tonight. What a way to end Monday Night Raw. And in the words of the legendary JR, business just picked up. God damn it. Ugh. Damn it. Let's get to it. Triple J, what's going on, my brother? What's going on with you?
Yeah, it's your boy Main Event Triple J, now live on stereo. Fellas, we had a great weekend. This show tonight just puts us over the top on the road to SummerSlam. I'm too hyped. I'm ready. Let's go, guys.
We have a jam-packed show. Let's not waste no time. Why? Because Mundo's here. Jay is here. More importantly, UR is here, and my song just stopped, so my song is no longer here. But guess what? That's okay because we're all here. So this is the Three Bells Podcast Raw Recap Edition. Talk about a good plate of collard greens, a good shot of tequila under the sun of a gorgeous day into an awesome night. We are still here in Canada, everyone. And guess what? Pat McAfee is back. Pat McAfee is back at the table, at the announced table alongside Michael Cole. It was so good to have him back. And again, continue prayers for him and his family as they are overcoming the fact that his father-in-law has passed away. But he is back at work. He's here. He is the full Pat, and we have a full show. So let's get to it. Everybody, this is Raw Recap for July 8th, 2024. Okay, we're just going to go straight into it. who's going to open Raw? Who? The big guy himself, the one and only CM Punk. And Punk has a lot to say. So, fellas, open your mics and join me as we listen to CM Punk. And now the theme song wants to come on.
Great way to start the show, Shane.
Oh, man. Oh, brother. Okay.
Yo,
All right. Let me.
that shit,
Well, why you
Shane,
try to figure
that
that?
shit is
Why
tough.
you,
That shit is tough.
yeah. While you try to figure that out, let me just do this real fast. Let me just give a shout out to our listeners who's here with us. As always, the former Prince of Monday Night Raw, the Prince of SmackDown now. My tag team partner, LaVon. What's going on, bro? What up? And of course, our guy Knives, Mr. Sparkle Booty. What's going on, my guy? And all the way from Houston, Texas, my brother-in-law, Ray. What's going on, Ray? It is 10:22 over there. Okay, not too bad. So we should have you for a little bit. But yeah, shout outs to our listeners right now. Thank you, and thank you. Shane.
Yeah.
And a from Noel Mac. All right, so our mics is open.
Wait.
And
Hold on. And Jay, do your sound effect. I did one. Shane did one. Now you do one.
I thought he did.
No.
I just say
He said,
yeah.
Yeah, he said yeah.
You stole my sound effect. That's my thing. Mother F you. All right, let me stop. Wait, hold on. Wait. I'm sorry.
You gotta go read back and check the shit.
There we go. Here we go.
Look, guys, I'm a little giddy because the Three Bells podcast, this is the 4th day straight that the Three Bells podcast has been on. It's been different incarnations of the Three Bells podcast, but this is the 4th day straight. Jay has been here for every episode, so shout out to Jay for that. Shout out to Jay holding it down. But yeah, hell yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
His name and he appears. Nah, I see
you
that.
Believe
I love
in Triple J. There's the remix.
Right?
There's the remix.
There you go.
But we definitely have to get Jay his flowers because, the executives, including Mundo and myself, we spoke about having a couple of hiatus weeks, well-deserved for the Three Bells so that, that we can, so we won't burn ourselves out and so that we can collect ourselves and, take a little time out that we could come to you fresh and hard. But, Mr. Triple J, he's like, no. He said, we want to keep on going. He said, you guys can leave if you want, but me, I'm here to stay. So thanks to Jay, we've literally been consistent since January 1st of this year.
January 1st.
January.
He's been on every show since January 1st. Show. I think that deserves another round of applause. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Every show. That's incredible. Incredible.
So, Des, you wanted to say something before we... Or was that it? Just Jay having his sound.
I did say something. I introduced our audience so far. We shout out to Jay.
And that was about to play.
Right.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, I wanted to shout out to people while you got it together because the music.
Because CM Punk is like rolling his eyes at me. He's waiting for him to talk.
Well, he
was just about to talk, and you said, wait.
No, the Brood said, "Hold on, Punk, we're still here." That's what happened.
Don't blame the theme
I interjected.
Song.
I was like, "Well, since they're messed up right now, I think it was a miscue, right? I think we've seen something like that."
Oh boy, whatever. Yeah, Punk, please don't stare at me, Punk. It's not me, but just hang on. Okay, so we're all set, yes? Because Punk is getting real patient. All right, we good to go. Fellas, let's listen to Punk as he opens the show.
Surprise, I got a lot to get off my chest. There's a lot of things to cover.
So do we.
Surprisingly, the first thing I want to do is recognize somebody that I have shared a lot of hours in the ring with. Somebody that I once insulted very deeply and called him the New York Yankees. Congratulations and thank you to John Cena on your retirement.
We're going to hear
That
his
is
name
very
a
much
lot, everyone.
Ugh, God damn
A
it.
whole lot. Something that Mr. Mundo. So what's
We're
worse?
hearing it now.
John Cena or Natty?
I don't know what the future holds, but I would love to lace him up with you at least one more time before you go. Thank you for all you've done here. But,
By the end of next year,
you don't gotta do
by the
tricks
end of
on
next
it.
year,
John
they'll
Cena's
both be
not here.
gone.
I'm here.
Yeah.
There's another guy that's not here, and his name is Drew McIntyre. You know, part of me wanted to come out here and lift up the ring skirts and see if he was lurking underneath the ring. But the $1 million body, 10-cent brain Drew McIntyre went and got himself suspended. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I talked to Gary and Pismo in the truck. We're going to cue it up and show y'all what I'm talking about right now. Pismo, thank you.
So, Mundo, you know what this is, right? This is when Drew interrupted the... yeah, he's pushing the referees away, and here comes Adam. He grabs hold of him, and he elbows Adam. So...
he caught him good.
Yeah, he caught him real good. So now you got this dude. He's going, yo, if you hit him again, your career is over.
All right. Well, unfortunately, the
Wade
ratings just
Barrett.
took a dip because Drew was on television.
Yeah, Wade Barrett,
But
thank you.
Jeez. I came back to get my hands on Drew McIntyre. For months, I've been trying to teach Drew a lesson, and that simple lesson is there are consequences for your actions. You should not be shocked when you pick a fight with CM Punk that he brings the fight back to you. You should not be surprised that you were only champion at WrestleMania for 5 minutes and 46 seconds because there are consequences to your actions. The following night,
That's
Philadelphia, you blew it again, Drew. You missed out on a #1 contenders match because there are consequences to your actions, and you are looking at them. CM Punk is the consequences to all of your stupid actions. If I gotta fly to Glasgow, Scotland, and pop out a bowl of haggis like I promised I would, I'm gonna do it. And I did it, and you blew it in your hometown, and we all saw Money in the Bank one more time. You made a big promise to the world that you were not only going to win the Money in the Bank contract, you were going to cash in the same night, and you were going to walk out world heavyweight champion. But I made a promise too. The consequences to your actions promise you that you will never be champion again as long as there is air in my lungs. Promise fulfilled.
You said that.
God damn it.
And if you thought what I did to Drew McIntyre was bad at Money in the Bank, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm here to tell you I want to get my hands on Drew McIntyre, but I cannot do that if he's suspended. Now, there are consequences to my actions, too. I was fined a very hefty $25,000 for my actions at Money in the Bank. I know. But if I do say so myself, Pat, money well spent. I'll do it again. Drew got fined double that because he's the Scottish keyboard warrior and he can't stop tweeting, and he went and got himself suspended. So I'm here to please ask,
official.
I don't know, Jack Tunney or maybe Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce, please, can we lift Drew McIntyre's suspension? Listen, the people of Ottawa want to see CM Punk get his hands on Drew McIntyre.
Yes, old school guy.
I don't care if it's a match. I don't care if it's in this ring. It can be in the parking lot. It can be in the aisle. I'll beat him up in the cheap seats. There's people on this side of the camera. I'll beat him up over there. I want
Shot at
Drew
AEW.
McIntyre, and I need Adam Pearce out here now to lift his suspension. Hell yeah.
And here comes Seth freaking Rollins,
who's sprinting to the ring.
Sprinting in the ring with his high heels. He's ripping the runway, and once again, his what are these? This is like silver heels. You better work them heels.
Lemon pepper steppers.
Mm-hmm.
but they were silver tonight. So the silver pepper step. That's a tongue twister right there. The silver pepper step. The silver pepper steppers. There we go.
Yeah, those.
And meanwhile, CM Punk is sitting at the announce table. He stole Pat McAfee's headset. Now he's an announcer.
So now he's sitting on the table, Indian style, and he's an announcer for a second. And here is Seth talking to him while he's standing in the ring.
Now you want to sit on the sidelines. Come on, Mr. Center of Attention. I know you love the spotlight. Come on into the ring. Or are you afraid I'm going to kick your ass?
Mm.
No. He said he's going to kick your ass.
I don't think he used the word champ.
No. It is hard to hear it here. Honor was loud. I'm not sure everybody here in attendance remembers the last time you and I were face to face in a ring. I'm sure you do, because it was probably a tremendous thrill for you. But I warned you that time was the only time I was going to let you speak disrespectfully to me. So please, Seth, watch what you say. Me disrespect the best in the world? No, I wouldn't dare. No, Punk, I'm just out here. I'm out here because I really think you could help me understand. You know, you're talking actions have consequences. I'm trying to understand why that applies to everyone in your life except you. Because, look, I understand a lot of what happened on Saturday. Look, the official made a mistake. That happens in all sports. Drew McIntyre cashed in his Money in the Bank contract. He's got every right to do that. So I understand both of those things. What I can't understand, what I can't wrap around my head, is why you decided to do the one thing I told you not to do when you showed back up here. Why did you stick your nose in my business?
Your business.
That's right.
Good question.
Is my business.
Well, let me explain it to you, since you came out here for clarity. I didn't stick my nose in your business. I was handling my business.
Oh, right.
That's true.
Right, of course.
All right? This is personal with me. I would like to think that maybe being a husband and a daddy to Rue, you would understand. Yeah. Doesn't feel good. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. There's a man running around with a bracelet with my wife and my dog's name on it. All right? Might not mean anything to you. It might be 15-cent retail. But it's the intent, and I'm going to get my pound of flesh.
Right. He's right.
But
Yeah.
all right, I see it, and I hear the people. And look, I have no quarrel with you. All right?
Not yet.
Me coming out is personal. I'm handling my business. If I somehow screwed things up for you, if you can't be world champion or whatever your little pipe dream is, listen. Yeah, pipe dream. I'm trying to apologize to you. Pay attention.
I was
all right?
shocked.
Legitimately.
Spit it out. I know apologizing's not your forte.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to screw anything up for you.
That's
I'm a
big.
little
Good
snowblind
job.
with rage right now.
I
I
believe
have a
him.
singular
Rightfully-
focus. I
rightfully
understand you
so.
too, and I screwed that up, and I'm sorry.
I
And
believe
it
him.
wasn't his intention.
But because
That wasn't
it's
his
you, I
intention.
can't really be that sorry, can I?
God damn it, Punk.
You always have an excuse, don't you? You think
I always have an answer.
an answer, right? You always got something. I think they got a term for that. It's called gaslighting. You probably never, ever in your life sincerely apologize for anything, because nothing's ever your fault, is it? You're so smart. You got it all figured out. You're sly. You're crafty. You're the king of propaganda. But, man, you got to be the dumbest smart dude I've ever met in my entire life.
Wow.
No, you
I
got
love
it
Dave
figured out,
Parker.
except for the one thing that would actually make you the hero that you think you are. You haven't figured out that the world does not revolve around CM Punk.
It revolves
I
around
love
Seth freaking
this-
Rollins.
Right. But this
So look,
is so
you can
real.
You can be a selfish
Mm-hmm.
bastard anywhere else. You can burn
doesn't feel
bridges
scripted.
anywhere else. I'll kind of let
He
it
really
slide
doesn't like
because
that,
I'm
right?
above you.
Them AEW shots right there.
And I'm not just
Yeah.
talking about the heels.
Because he
I'm
looked at him, he
willing
looked down at his
to
feet.
let that selfishness slide until Saturday. Because if it wasn't for you, I would be standing here right now, world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
And for the
No.
time being, I'm out of cracks at that title. It's not just a pipe dream. Maybe for you, but it's not for me. For me, being world heavyweight champion is the most important thing in this business. You took that from me, so it's my turn to take from you. You want to get your pound of flesh from Drew McIntyre so badly that you don't care about collateral damage? Well, guess what? That's not going to happen on my watch.
Oh,
I could
boy.
take a cheap shot at you right here, right now, but I know your fragile little body isn't 100%. But I promise you this.
Thanks for the update.
When You are cleared. You will not even be able to say the name Drew McIntyre before I snap your arm and put you back on the shelf.
Ooh.
Actions have consequences.
Including the actions from you. Wow. That was a very interesting opening, fellas. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah, definitely. I enjoyed it 100%. I love their chemistry. Honestly, think about it. Seth has very good chemistry with people that he does not like personally.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that story with him and Cody was so good, because they didn't see eye to eye at that time. And then, I'm pretty sure at this point in stage and this time, Punk and Seth have worked everything out behind the scenes, but they're still trying to give us what we wanted to see months ago at Mania and back at some Survivor Series. So that's why it still felt somewhat organic, but you can tell that the way Seth was at the time, SummerSlam, keep saying SummerSlam, Survivor Series took place, and how really pissed off he was then. You can tell it's a difference now. He's not as mad, but
Mm-hmm.
he's still trying to channel where he was at that time.
Well, isn't it like two different reasons why he was upset? Like, I would have thought that he would have been even more livid this time because of the fact that he said that, because of you, you cost me to win, the championship. As opposed to the first time, you all you did was just rain on their parade, and it wasn't like a personal thing. It wasn't just him hitting just Seth. It was like that whole crew from for the Survivor Series, and not to mention he rained on Randy Orton's return. So I would have thought if anything, Randy would have been just as livid as Seth, but
Well,
Seth he was fuming.
Randy already knew it was happening. I think Becky said that Seth was told maybe right before the match happened. Randy already knew. And Randy was content because of the fact that his reaction from the fans, they still gave him love. It's not like it didn't overshadow him. The fans were equally as happy to see him. You can't
Right.
knock it. It's Chicago. It's his hometown. If it was in Randy's hometown, then you would expect the crowd to go batshit crazy for him too, like Chicago did. But since he knew, they gave him the respect, and Triple H told him. Remember, Triple H said that even the production people didn't know what the hell was going on. It was just a secret. But again, I think Seth is trying to channel where he was at that time and try to channel it into today, and create that same feeling. But it's hard, even though Punk, when you think about it, he didn't do anything to Seth. He did not attack Seth. Seth wasn't even in the ring. Like, he didn't come after him. He legitimately came after Drew. And whoever
Right.
happened to be in the ring at that moment was going to win the title. Seth just happened to be on the floor, and Damian was in the ring. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
But didn't he hit someone else besides Drew? Didn't he?
No, he was just beating up on Drew the whole
He
time.
was just beating up on Drew, and he hit Drew
Yeah,
with the belt.
The
that was his
chairs.
target.
He only went after Drew. That's why he was saying, like,
Okay.
I didn't do anything to you. It wasn't about you. It was something personal between me and him. This is not even professional. This is personal. So that's what he was saying tonight. It's like, that's why he gave the apology. He was like, I'm sorry. It was no gripe, no beef with you whatsoever. You were just collateral damage, and I apologize about that.
Damn.
Collateral damage. Oh.
Collateral damage.
It's true though, because you just
Yeah,
happened to be there.
yeah.
It's not my fault that he decided to cash in on your match. He decided to cash in on your match and turn your match from a one-on-one to a triple threat. I already made the promise and said that as long as I have breath in this body, he will never be world champion. And
Yo, how
like,
long? How long do you think Punk was under that ring for? Because they didn't even give us no type of clue that he was under the ring.
was he under the ring? We never saw where he
Yeah.
came from. The
We
camera
just saw
shot
where he
was
came
off
from.
because
Yeah.
No,
when
I'm
I was
saying
watching the video of Michael Cole and Corey's reaction, they didn't even see where he came from. They was just like, oh shit. Michael Cole cursed during the live show. He was like, oh
yeah.
shit, Punk.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't show that tonight.
I saw from like a fan's view, and the fan view showed where he came out from under the ring. That it was, people were wondering like how long did he really stay under there, or how did they get
Well,
him down there to go under?
He had
we
to have
saw
crawled under there.
we
Like,
saw remember Shane, we saw the video from when Jacob did his appearance, his debut. They literally walked him down to the ring during a blackout moment, and it was like right before the segment happened. Like, I don't think he's been
yeah.
down there for a whole hour
You
waiting.
go lay in there.
Yeah, like come on now.
No, he probably came off from the side, like that side where the with the square where the where Sam sits in the bell. It's like that little square. And I noticed that path there, a lot of the superstars, they come out through that way and sneak into the ring or come into the ring
With
from
them black
the
hoodies on.
right. And then we like, who the hell? What the hell? Because they all come from there. But yeah, it was.
But that camera angle it did not show. Then you notice they've been doing that a lot where they're not showing certain angles because the surprise is coming from that angle. But
Right.
us being in the moment of Drew getting the Claymore and all that, we're not even realizing what the hell is happening. And then boom, here comes Punk.
Right. It's the distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's focused there. You probably
like,
get
hey, look
one
over here.
a couple people. Right, look over here. And then you get like a handful of people that see somebody running past them and like, who the hell is
What
that?
the fuck?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Who is that? Who is that?
Right. And then
right.
and now we catch up with them like, oh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, snap.
Because I mean, if you really watch that video, I sent it to y'all. If you watch that video of Corey saw it first. Michael Cole wasn't even paying attention. And then he got up on his feet. He was like, oh, holy cow. Holy shit. CM Punk is here. He was having a heart attack.
He had a JR moment. He definitely had a JR moment that night.
Right. And I think what I was thinking about when I was watching that, I was like, how Sam doesn't like to know the outcome ahead of time so she can give a real life reaction.
Right.
I wonder if Michael Cole requires that of all the commentators. Like, if they don't want to know nothing and just give their live reaction on the air.
Mm.
And I like that because
that's the best for TV, right?
It's best in general because you get like an authentic, reaction as opposed to them already knowing what it is and then they're like, oh snap, like when you say, oh shit, like that's you don't expect, you don't say that for something that you've already seen because your oh shit ain't that impactful.
Right.
But I love the fact that they don't know. The only thing that they know is who is coming up.
Right.
That I want to know. But other than that, no, don't tell me anything else. I just want to know who's coming up at what time and enjoy the show like everybody else. I love those live reactions, especially from Michael being with all of this freedom he has that they all have now. I think it's awesome. And it adds to the show. Mm-hmm. JJ definitely made him loose.
Hell yeah. Now he's eating more, so you're like, oh shit. He's more comfortable.
He was definitely trying to show off a Pat. Like, I know what I'm doing now, like because you've been gone. Like, look what I can do. Like, Pat, look what I can do. Shout outs to Mad TV.
Cool. Yeah. Some people don't get that.
Stewie.
Yeah, Stewie.
Look what I can do.
He did a little bunny hop.
Yo, that was the funniest thing.
Hey, we got a packed show. We can't do that because I was about to go in. Nope. We cutting it right here. Cut. Pet. We're talking wrestling. We're talking
You
about
are
that
now
tomorrow on Jay's
watching.
show. No, you're not. Cut it out. Here's a way that I could cut it out. Let's play a couple of messages here. Penelope?
Say their name and they appear. I believe
Jeez,
in Three Bells
Louise.
Podcast. Clap, clap. What's good, guys? How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on your time zone. This your boy Knives, a.k.a. Penelope Sparkle Booty, coming through to give you some good love and positive vibes. So, what's good? What we talking about?
Booty. Hey, now. I enjoyed that. I love it. Say their names and they appear.
Oh,
I
boy.
believe in the Three Bells.
That is not our new theme song. I refuse to open a show with that as a theme song.
That should be the theme song. Say their names and they appear. Come on, man.
I'm so glad that song is copywritten, so we can't grab it anyway. So there you go.
All right. Don't be surprised if you hear that shit tomorrow, Shane.
Damn. We just gave this man an idea. Oh well.
Oh no, not me. Not me. NXT.
Not me.
NXT.
Oh, you mean the actual? Well, that's different because we're about to see the guy. I'm not hating on the guy. I actually like the guy. It's just that song is just so
fucking awesome. What is wrong with you, Shane? That song goes from NSYNC to The Rock.
Oh my God! Listen to you. You're like a little high school girl. Oh my God!
It really does.
The song.
You can tell. You can tell you never listened to the song. You never listened to the song besides me playing it on here. I can tell.
No, that's the only time I hear the song when he walked out to it, and you played it. And when you first played it, I heard it from you before I even saw him premiere on NXT. And me and Jay is like, what was that?
Because I heard of him. Yeah, for once, I was ahead of the curve, and I heard about him from TNA, and I was like, I like this song. I really do. LaJuan,
you see the Pokemon? You see the Pokemon one he did?
The Pokemon one he did?
He did one when he was fighting overseas. He did a Pokemon one, and he looks like he's Ash from Pokemon. Oh my God!
Of course. I'm glad you said the word LaJuan because he left a message also saying,
"Say his name now.
Oh,
he
God.
appears.
You know what?
I believe in Triple J. Dun, dun. I believe in Triple J. Dun, dun,
oh, Jay, that was for you. Good job,
LaJuan.
Good job.
So that means you like the song now? You like the song now, Jay? That now is your song?
I don't know if I could copyright that.
Y'all can't hate. That song is tough.
I might have to switch to Joe.
Yo, son, when that song drops to like that rock beat, like I'm not talking about like the genre rock. I'm talking about the rock. It's literally like it drops into that type of beat. And I'm like, nah, this shit goes crazy. Remember, and I played it for y'all. I was like, oh, he's playing the guitar. I'm like, nah. He's a hater.
I'll eventually I'll open my mind with more. Maybe when
it's a good
not
workout
talking,
song. It's a good workout song. Yeah,
I believe in Joe.
Hey, who asked you?
That's not me.
Nobody
That's not me.
You. I know it's not you.
Love in London and Paris and Tokyo, America,
Hello.
Scotland, Canada and Mexico.
And now Jay likes the song. Thanks to LaJuan.
Look, hey, it's catchy. You lucky I don't have my computer tonight. We would have been coming at you from both sides.
Well, I have mine, and LaJuan has another message saying
the host of NXT, the champion.
The extended.
I believe in Triple J. Dun, dun.
Shane, this song is haunting you right now, Shane. It's coming at you from 4 different ways. It's coming at you from me, Jay, LaJuan, and Knobs. You know what? Ray, download that song and send a message playing that song.
No, don't encourage no one to do that. Don't encourage. If I see the words of them singing that song, I'm not playing the message. How about that?
I'll play it.
Hey, it's my show. Don't play it. No playing.
I'm going on mute.
Yeah, damn it. No, you can't go on mute because I need you guys' mics open again because we're going backstage. I need you guys to come with me backstage.
I'm still
I'm here. I'm here.
So
we're going. What happened?
Turn your radio off, okay?
My radio's off.
Turn your radio off, especially you, Jay.
Look at the listeners.
You know what?
Oh shit!
I am done. I'm done. Adam, we were backstage and Adam's here. Adam, dude, you passed that bottle, man. I need a drink too. Adam, what's up, man?
But I'll try. I'm sorry. I didn't return your calls or your DMs or your texts yesterday because I was dealing with Drew McIntyre. Besides, what is the problem?
Who are you talking to, dude? Oh, well, Dirty D.
Adam, the problem is I don't want to tag with Liv Morgan.
He looks dirty too.
She's the one who requested the match. Said she was doing it to make it up to you. Said you'd be happy about it. And besides, your dad and Zelina are good with it.
Of course they are. But I don't want to tag with Liv Morgan. I'm not happy about it, and I don't want the match.
You don't want the match. But you wanted to stick your nose in the last 3 women's world title matches.
That wasn't me.
You know what? Forgive me if I don't give a damn if you're happy about it. The match is official and it's signed. And guess what? It's happening. Happy Monday.
Your main eventing, dude. What are you bitching about?
Why are you doing this to me?
I'm not doing this to you, Dominic. I'm doing this for you. I felt so bad about what happened last week, so I thought I'd make it up to you by helping you show Rick who the real daddy of the Mysterio family is.
Fine. You just better make sure we win.
We will. So let's go talk strategy and get ready for our match.
Better be some tendies or some nuggies.
Of course.
Really? Tendies or some nuggies? Really? Like that big ass platter that he was eating the other week?
Yeah, them nuggets. Yeah, them nuggets did look good though. So
that big ass platter. OD.
All right, so I guess that is like a little window to see what is to come later on. Because believe it or not, yeah, Liv and Big Dom, Dirty Dom, they're main eventing tonight. So yeah, congratulations, Mr. Chicken Nuggets. All right, so fellas, we are going in the ring right now for our first match, which off top, a lot of people didn't agree to this match. But apparently there's some history with these two, including a segment from the Money in the Bank where these two actually went at it. So I guess with that and plus previous encounters, we have this match tonight, which is Jey Uso versus Chad Gable. Mundo, let's start with you and then Jay to follow. What's your thoughts on this match?
Well, I'm assuming that this is all stemming from SmackDown because they had their little one-on-one in-ring promo that they did together, and then Chad punched the shit out of Jay, and then they started fighting. And then that led into Money in the Bank where they had another one-on-one situation where Jay pulled the ladder from under Chad when he was trying to get the briefcase, and then Chad eventually fell from the sky. And then Jay speared the shit out of him, leading to the hurt ribs that we saw tonight from Chad Gable. Again, Canada kept up with the "You Suck" chants while Chad was coming down to the ring. And I don't know. This was a odd match. At first, it was like, who's going to take the lead in this match? And then eventually we saw that it was Chad. Chad, he was taking most of the lead in the match and beating the hell out of Jay. And I'm just like, I'm watching. I'm like, Jay, really? Really, Jay? Like, you call yourself main event Jey Uso, but you're getting beat down by Chad Gable. And that's not a knock on Chad, but I'm just like, I expect more of him. And then the fact that Chad is sitting here capitalizing and attacking your leg and your knee And I'm just like, Jay, what are you doing? Like, I see that you have like a hurt forearm or whatever like that, but everything else, you seem like you're good to go. Why is it that we're watching a one-sided match? And when they did that series of hip toss blocks all the way across the ring, and then Jay got the final win on that and hip tossed Sammy Jay out the ring. I was looking at them like, all right, finally we're getting something out of you. But then Sammy, God damn it, hold on. Chad caught Jay when he was doing that suicide dive out the ring and then hit him with a belly to belly over the head toss before we hit commercial. I was like, oh shit. But then Jay and Shane, we got something that we don't ever really get on Raw. We got picture in picture. And I was like, oh shit, because I was ready to, start doing whatever I normally do during commercials. And I looked up, I was like, oh shit, the match is still going. I was like, oh.
I was shocked. I was like, wait a minute, is this really happening? Yeah, sure
right.
enough, side to side. That was pretty cool.
Right, it threw me off because I literally was about to start doing what I normally do during commercials. And I'm just like, oh man, the match is still going. I got to still pay attention. And during that commercial, Chad was just taking it to Jay and capitalizing on that knee and that leg. And I'm just like, wow, like, what the fuck? Was not expecting that. And then let me see. This crucifix face slam that Chad did. I was like, that's new. I haven't seen him do something like that before. And because I was at first going to be mad because I'm like, everybody's doing the razor's edge at this point now. Stop. But then I seen that he turned it into that face slam. I was like, all right, cool. And and the next thing you know, while the match is going on and Chad's looking good, the lights start to go out, and I'm like, oh shit. And the crowd's getting crazy now because we already know what that shit means these days. We're like, oh shit, where they coming from now? And then the lights got stuck into a half on situation. And while Sammy's just looking all over the place and disoriented and not concentrating on the match anymore, he gets hit by Jay Uso with a spear.
Stop
Takes him out
saying
1, 2,
Sammy,
3.
sir.
I said Sammy again.
Yes, you did.
I don't know why. I don't know why. I guess they're on the same level of like lame with me.
Lawan is telling me, tell you to get the name correct.
And I just explained to y'all, they're on the same. They're on the same level of lame. Like they're like two lame dudes, and I just keep getting them mixed up. Sammy and Chad. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Two lame
They're just like,
dudes.
yeah. I mean, they're on that level. It's just like really, they're just lame guys. Like anywhere else, they would be just lames. But anyway,
lane or lame?
Lame.
Lane as in path or lame as in
why would I say
dog
lane?
spaz?
Did you hear me say lane? I said lame. Lame dudes. Like I wouldn't even know why would I say lane. We're not in cars. They're two corny guys. You want me to hear? You want me to say that instead? But anyway,
Yeah, you just said it. So there you go. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, though, Jay got the win, and his music did not play, and he looked into the camera and said, "Okay," and yeet, and I'm out of here. And he ran away like he did last week. But last week he was hiding underneath the ring while the whole Wyatt Six situation was going on. So hilarious, Jay. Fill in that coloring because I done said Sammy too many times.
With this fight, as pretty much Des covered it all, letting us know that Gable pretty much controlled this fight, showed us a different part of his arsenal, added that move that Des said earlier, and he was definitely doing his thing tonight. The yeet punches were trying, he was trying with those. The nice little kick that Jay had was all right. The ankle lock Gable did gives everybody them Kurt Angle vibes. And unfortunately, we get this Wyatt 6 happening. And here comes old girl from under the ring. And, you know, Jay's pretty much already gone from the scene, and Gable's knocked out, laid out, and she turns around and looks at Pat after Gable decides to run a whole ass. And you can hear the fans tell him, watch your back, watch your back. And he busts his ass. So when, old girl turns around, she has yet another package for the third straight time. And this time she gives it to McAfee. And McAfee's like, oh shit, what the hell? I ain't been here for this. I ain't been a part of this. So he opens the box, and there goes the VHS tape that says, play me. Hmm, hmm, hmm. I was literally hoping that when Gable fell back, that one of the members were right there in his face, just waiting for him to catch him, like to swallow up their victim already. But with the video, we'll know more about that later. Fellas?
Cool beans, cool beans. That was match number 1, everyone. Thank you, fellas. So we have an interview. Let's join Jackie Redmond, as she talks to Sheamus. For as Sheamus is currently celebrating his 15th anniversary. Woohoo! Let's listen to what she has to say, or he has to say.
They think they can take shortcuts, but they can't. Because truly, it takes years before you can go out there and put on banger.
Hey. Are you
Bronson Reed.
I don't know why we're talking about your 15th anniversary when it ended up with you losing. Really,
Ouch.
What we should be talking about is me. Because I'm the one with the match tonight. Because I am the future. And Sheamus, you are stuck in the past.
Big bloody Bronson Reed, a crybaby. I never would have guessed. And I know you've been watching my career for the last 15 years. So you know what comes next when you rudely interrupt Sheamus. You and me in the ring, and we settle this like proper fellas.
I'll fight you anytime.
Let's go.
Just not tonight. First, you can witness what I do to your mate, Pete Dunne.
He said, I'll get your ass, but 1 minute. I'm going to get your homie first. Then I'll come back for you. Interesting, right, Jay?
It's like, I'm going to get your mate.
Yeah. Like that's yeah. Like, yeah, I'm gonna come after Jay first, and then I'm gonna come after you, Shane. Like,
you gonna say it like that?
What? That's you guys are tag partners, and I'm the odd man out. So I'm gonna come after Jay first, and I'm gonna come get you, Shane.
This is the way you always say my name, Shane.
What? It's dramatic effect.
This is the way you say your name, Shane.
It's dramatic effect, dude. Like, come on now. I can't speak like Brunson because he got that accent. So, I'm going to come after Jay first, and then Shane, I'm coming after you. I'm telling you straight up.
Damn it. So I gotta be Pete Dunne?
Yes.
I gotta be
this
guy.
You're the little guy, and Shane's the big guy, and I'm the fat guy. Come on now.
No, you're the meaty guy. Well, I told you meaty. Meat.
Oh my God.
You really don't like
guy.
that word. You really don't like that, huh? Meaty.
It's literally it's an ongoing joke. That's why it's literally an ongoing joke. Meaty.
So you rather be called fat than meaty?
I'm husky. That's what I've been all my life. Husky. All my life I've been husky.
Husky. Oh, okay. Husky. Yeah, husky. He's a huskler.
Just like Bray Wyatt. All my life I've been husky. That's what the fat boys. That's what they used to call the fat boys in Young World. Husky.
Husky.
We got the regular kids over. We got the regular kids over here, and then we got Husky over.
Husky.
Oh man,
big bone. You ever seen the skeleton of a big bone person?
And the skinny people like, there's no
God.
such thing as big bone. We all have the same bone structure. You're just fat. You fat fuck. Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm gonna stay
That's
out of
a
this one.
mess. Jay never has to worry about being called a fat fuck. If
No.
Jay ever gets fat, woo wee.
So that's
You
a
must
big
be
if.
eating. You must be eating like stuff instead of food for you to
But
get
I don't
fat.
get it though. With all that goddamn Pepsi you drink, I don't understand how you're not fat. That's mad sugar and just like soda and like, isn't that stuff supposed to make you fat?
It's because of the way I consume the drink. I don't drink it heavy. I what you call it?
What?
I
What
slow
do
sip
you
it.
mean?
Yo, I don't even pour a half a cup into my cups.
So
Shane. You remember, yo?
Look,
you know what?
look,
I ain't going there.
plus
Nope.
I'm always
Shane.
on the move.
Nope.
I'm
Nope.
always
Nope.
on
Nope.
the
Nope.
move.
All right.
Yo.
Shane said
Oh,
no.
so there's the
I'm
balance. There's your balance.
Yes.
There's your balance, Mundo. He
he's
drinks half of it. He takes
Walk
slow
outside and
sips,
have to make a run.
and he does a lot of running and walking. So he burns basically whatever he drinks. So it
okay.
So it doesn't touch his system like how you can clean your sink or clean your pipes with the exact same drink. So yeah.
Shit.
I'm going.
Yeah. So while Jay is on his Pepsi break, we are going to, let's just play some messages. We have a couple of messages. I'm just pressing the button.
You know what's lame? The D train. The D line is lame.
Who's on the D line? Who's on the D line? Jay and I. We don't work for the MTA. We're not on the D line. So
And I don't work on the D line, so I don't know. I work on the N and the Q.
Yeah.
Oh.
But boo to the shuttle. The shuttle was out of service, y'all, till August 9th. I'm so pissed off.
Shane, you know that I seen that post that you put up, and I was like, really? I didn't even know that. And I
didn't know. I didn't know till my ass got off.
I thought, mind you, I said this to people yesterday on Sunday. And, I thought it was just a weekend thing. I didn't know this was like a month-long thing. Like until today, I was like, "Ooh, I gave wrong information to people." Then
You want to know what's amazing though? Because technically, you're not wrong. Because it was during the weekend, but guess what? It literally just started today. It started today, the 8th, and it's going all the way to August 9th. We got to take a bus.
It's the same thing with the G. The G is out from Bedford Nostrand all the way to Court Square every day, and you have to take a bus as well. I was like, "Are you serious?" Even during a week like that, you know how bad that does for me trying to get to work. Like, oh my gosh,
that's horrible. That's horrible. Lawan, you better say something to cheer us up, goddammit.
Stop disrespecting Chad. You're my tag team partner, bro, but don't disrespect Chad Gable.
I'm starting to question that.
You know?
I really am.
You know,
really
like, hey man, like
as often as he comes after me, right? I think I might have found a new tag team partner who treats me right with love and respect.
I don't blame you.
And I treat that person right as well. We just admire each other.
Right. And don't look at Jay and myself, because if you could do all of that to him, imagine what he'll do to us, Jay.
Right?
Use his Thanos powers.
I'm gonna be nice and play this last one.
Well, the N and the Q is lame. You know what's lame? The N and the Q line. Chad Gable is not lame.
Yeah. I see that there's going to be
What the
the
hell?
landscape is going to change after 100
What the
episodes.
hell? We got three Joe Henrys in here? Oh my god. Yo. There's three Joe Henrys.
All right, Seth is done talking. Now let's move on to somebody that's more like charismatic and believable than Seth Rollins. Where's Ivy
Who's
Nile
that?
right now? Like,
What?
is Joaquin Wild in the building? Ricochet,
Well,
what's good? What you doing right now? Like anybody else?
barbecuing.
God damn, I was promised no Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah, I forgot you hate him, and he started off the show.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm just still thinking about how LeJuan is attacking me right now. So yeah, I'm just rearranging things in my head. Yeah.
Like I
That's why I
said,
say
there's three Joe Henrys in here.
I know, and I changed mine to him too, but since I'm up here with y'all, they won't
Oh
change
my
it.
god.
it won't
Click on my
change.
profile. Click on my profile.
No, I'm afraid
I
to.
believe you. I'm not. Nope. I
Click on
believe
my
you.
goddamn profile. Click on
I
it.
believe you.
No.
You have something to do. Speaking of Joe Henry faces, look at the other face that's there. It's your cue. It's your cue. It's your cue.
It's my cue. Well, then play the
Yes.
music. Then I can't. I I don't have my setup. It's not my night.
Has that ever stopped you from saying hello?
No, because when I start to say hello, then Jay interrupts me like, "Where's the music? How come you're not playing the music?" This has literally happened more than one time.
Hello, Spotlight.
Oh,
How
boy.
are you doing tonight? Hope all is well. Since the real Mundo don't want to say hi, this is Mini Mundo.
Ooh, yeah. Spotlight. Hi, Spotlight. Thank you, Jay. Ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Spotlight, we hope you're doing good out there in Texas because we know that there was a hurricane today. So all blessings to you, okay? This is for no, Jay.
Okay, now cut,
You're
Jay.
supposed to cut it, Jay. What the?
You're supposed to cut it when you say Spotlight, dude. Damn.
You had me. I was rooting for you, and then you just blew it.
You know. even though you was loud and Mundo was like Spotlight.
Because it was loud in my ears. I was going half
right because the
bit.
music was so loud like this.
But no, seriously, Spotlight, we do definitely hope that you are fine and well, your family's fine and well, because just like I'm dealing with my family being down there, my brother-in-law Ray, my sister, my nephew, and all my family in Texas, we hope that you guys are good and everybody's fine, your power's back on, and we hope that hurricane didn't affect you too badly, okay? Shout outs to you, Spotlight, and everybody in Texas.
Hey, Spotlight. Oh, we got to be fair. Shout out to AJ. AJ is in the house, part of the Joe Henry posse. Ugh.
It's Hendry. It is Hendry. It is a D in his name. I'm tired of all y'all saying
Hendrix.
His name wrong. I believe in AJ. I believe in AJ. And LeJuan and Nas and Ray and Spotlight. We got another person by the name of Pastor Ishmael. Right now. So we are asking everybody who joins us on the Three Bells podcast. You see that? We want everybody to have the same profile picture. If we can possibly get everybody to have the same profile picture tonight, that would be amazing. And we would appreciate you on doing that.
Yeah.
Shane, back to you.
Do it on my show. Yeah. Do it on my show. Have a character as a profile that's not even part of the discussion for Raw. Yes, do it on my show because I'm the only one at this point who still is not a big fan of the song. Yeah, go ahead. Participate in the game. Go ahead.
We
Go right
didn't
ahead.
even we didn't even have to tell AJ. AJ just followed through. Ray, do it and
Mm-hmm.
Spotlight you too.
Mm-hmm.
Spotlight left a message.
Mm-hmm.
You
She
got a
did.
message from and Lawan. I can't even tell the difference between
I know.
Miles and
You
Lawan.
can't even tell. You can't tell. Aha.
Can't.
See, I see everything. I can see what you see. Hey,
Yeah.
Spotlight.
The only thing that Hurricane Beryl got us, Beryl, however you want to say it, was a good, moist, dripping wet rainfall of saturation
Moist.
last night and this morning. It was very
Lord.
good. And
Mm-hmm.
it delivered us
Mm-hmm.
from a 2-week triple-digit heat wave that we had.
Wow.
So yeah, shout out to the Three Bell Podcast Monday Night Raw Recap. Triple J, Shane O'Mac, and Mundo 24.
Wow. And wow. And it's no that
Shane,
heat, that Texas heat.
I blame
Shit.
that on you, Shane, because you kept saying that word the other night.
What, moist?
Yes. You said it was a funny word, moist.
It is a funny word because it's a good and bad word.
Shane, look at the
It's a
listeners.
good and bad word. It's a
Look
good
at
and
the
bad word.
Oh
listeners.
shit.
Look at
Oh
the
shit.
Okay. Okay, yeah. That's very cute. That's very, very cute.
My name is Mundo, and I'm the CEO of the Three Bells Podcast, and I approve those pictures.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to Shane and Monday
That's
Night Raw.
that's just great. That's just great. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to the Joe Henry Hendrix hangover,
Yo,
whatever
this is hilarious.
is.
I fucks with all of
That
y'all down there. I really do. I fucks with all of y'all because this is hilarious, bro.
yeah, that's magic. Magic. You know, I don't even want to talk to any of y'all no more. Look, we're in match 2 right now. Big Bronson Reed versus Pete Dunai. Jay Mundo, talk about it. I'm leaving.
Oh man, this was a good match actually. Pete Dunne came out to a mix of his old music and new music. I liked it, and the fact that they called him the Bruiserweight tonight made me feel like we got the old NXT slash NXT UK version of him, and he was delivering pretty much in this match a lot. From when he jumped on him, caught him with an arm bar. He was stomping his hand. Doing everything that he could do possible to win this match. The back of the head enziguri, flying elbow, moonsault, 2 moonsaults. He was going in, and I like this version of him. You know, so I could pretty much see a singles run with him because now we got Tyler Bate out for some time due to injury. So everything that concluded after the match, even though Bronson won with that heavy ass tsunami, and Sheamus came out after, and Pete was like, "Look, I don't want your help. You abandoned us. We ain't abandoned you." So we've seen on NXT where he got mad at Ridge for jumping with Chase U, and now he's mad at Sheamus for coming back, helping him, and then thinking everything was fine and dandy. Just know now, this new side of Pete Dunne, we're gonna like. The Bruiserweight is back. So even though he took the L, I love what I seen tonight from both. Mundo?
Yeah, I was just saying that while I was watching the match, I was like, I like the fact that Pete was keeping this match at arm's length. Like he was keeping it a good, one-on-one. It wasn't one-sided, leaning on the side of Brunson, because he's a big dude. He was doing everything that he could to keep the match fair between the two of them, and I was loving it. I was like, come on now, keep it up, Pete. Keep it up, Pete. And he pulls his normal stuff that he does, which is the finger bending and arm twisting and all that good stuff. And I was rooting for him, but it wasn't to be, and it's okay. It's his first singles match in a while, and he'll get him next time. But I was very shocked at the reaction that he gave to Sheamus, but then Michael Cole put some context to it, because I don't remember how the whole Brawling Brutes kind of like just disbanded. It just happened so fast. But Michael Cole said that Sheamus left them high and dry, even though it was more of him being injured, but it just disbanded from that point on, and Butch and AKA Pete Dunne and Ridge went their own ways. And I was just like, okay, but I did not expect that. So, like, do we think that there's another story coming between that, now that Pete's on his own again right now, while Tyler is hurt, Shay and Jay? Like, do we think there's an underlying story between Pete and Sheamus, while there's a story going on with Sheamus and Brunson? Because I personally was really intrigued by this.
What you call me?
Shane.
You sure?
Yes, I said Shane and Jay.
You said Shay.
No, I did not. And I said Jay, but he didn't even unmute himself. So I guess that's not his name tonight. So
I muted myself. I muted myself because you called him out on it first. I wasn't gonna jump over him and speak. I was gonna wait my turn.
I called you at the same time. So it's just just speak. It's open.
No.
I'm still talking. It's an open conversation. But he was too busy sitting there trying to womp me. I don't even think I said Shay. I said Shane.
You call me Shay. I'm like, who's Shay?
I said Shane.
I don't even know what you asked me, because I was so focused on the fact that you called me Shay.
Exactly. I asked. Exactly. Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
That's what I said. Like you were so worried about trying to want me because I got you from the beginning of the show. But anyway, I said that. Do you think that there's an underlying story between Pete and Sheamus, while this story between Sheamus and Brunson is starting? Like, because I literally was actually really intrigued at what happened at the end of the match. His whole reaction to Sheamus trying to put his arm around him and be happy, and he just pushed him away. And then when Sheamus tried to come towards him, he left the ring, and it was just like, what's going on here?
Yeah, of course there's some explaining to do, Lucy. You got to totally tell us, why you did what you did, and that's going to be the start of their conflict, of their story. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you left us hanging there. What happened? Why did they do that? He would tell in due time.
And at that, he's gonna play the heel to all of this. Pete, because you could see Pete. Yeah, you could see the anger in his face, and he's like, I ain't having this. Both of my guys already kind of shitted on me, and they're doing their thing. The one and both of y'all playing baby faces. Nah, I'm about to stomp some fingers and try to break them. We've seen tonight. Talk to me.
However, I already see that we will understand why he's mad, and we won't blame him for it. It would be that type of heel.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I'd rather it be that way, where he explains to us his reasons, and I could see like a potential fight between the two happening down the line, maybe like a Bad Blood.
But do you really think Sheamus would fight him? First off, Pete barely ever speaks. Usually Tyler's the one that speaks for the group. I mean, we heard his voice last week, Tuesday on NXT for the first time in like God knows how long. So you really think he's gonna actually speak?
Maybe he's been working with somebody, and now
I mean, Michael Cole spoke for him tonight.
it was the end of the
Right.
match.
He's gonna have to say something.
Yeah.
I think when the time comes, he's gonna start speaking. He's gonna start speaking, and he's gonna do more of it so he can explain himself. Hell, Piper did it.
I think they give us a vignette on it next week.
I have a question for you, Jay, because you know more about Pete than we do, because I'm sure you watched NXT UK. Was he a talker during that show, during that run?
A little.
Because
Yeah, he was more in ring. He was
all right.
he was an in ring ass kicker.
So I expect the same exact thing, because even when he became Butch, he didn't really talk like that. You had Ridge, you had Sheamus to talk for him. Then now with him being Pete again, and he's with Tyler Bate, he didn't really. He does his stuff in the ring. So I would be shocked if we got a whole soliloquy or a whole just vignette of him talking. That would be shocking to me, and I think it kind of takes away from the mystique of his character.
I think it adds a different dimension.
Character. Yeah,
y'all both spoke. Wait, hold on.
Definitely.
What? Y'all both spoke at the same time, so I heard nothing.
Go, Shane.
No, I forgot. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
No, I was gonna just say that it just adds a different dimension to his character, as to, he's always been the silent member, the silent guy, and nobody's really heard about who he is and why he's wrestling the way he does. So if he could do this and start opening up more, I'll definitely hear what he has to say and why. Because now there's some answers to be told, and he's got to say something. So we'll probably get a nice little 2 or 3 minutes of his talk, and we'll see why the bruiserweight is the way he is. I just felt like
I would assume that we would have to hear from Sheamus first in order for him to retort. I don't think he's going to come out first stating why he did what he did. I think we need to hear from Sheamus first on, like, what was that about, fella?
So they're going to have like a one-on-one discussion. Like, he's going to step to him and say, yo, what was that? What happened? And he's going to explain the way that he explains. But as long as we can understand, then there you go.
Yeah, like, I'm thinking that, Sheamus has a match next week. So I don't think it's a vignette. I think he might run into, it'll be a backstage situation between the two of them when he's like, yo, what was that about? And then he says his little piece. And it might fuck with Sheamus's head a bit, which would cause him to lose. But remember, that's only because of, remember, Jay, remember how we're looking at Sheamus right now as the veteran that's putting everybody over to become bigger stars. So him losing is not a big deal. But yeah.
Yo, Daz, look what Spotlight did.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Such a good sport, isn't she? Gotta love such a good sport.
I love our listeners. Y'all are amazing.
All right. So I'm gonna show love to our listeners, play a couple of these messages, all right? Just a couple.
The world doesn't revolve around CM Punk. Obviously, it revolves around Seth Rollins because of your foibles and shortcomings, because Punk did some shit adjacent to you. All his fault. Why'd you fuck up my shit? Stick your nose in my business. Me. Everything doesn't revolve around. Do you not see why I fucking hate this guy? Like, please, somebody, put him in a cannon and shoot him into a wall. It's done.
I don't hate him, but I get it. I get what you're saying, because I said the same thing. Like, it was nothing. It had nothing to do with Seth whatsoever at all. I agree with you on that part. I don't hate him. I like Seth, really do. But I'm a CM Punk guy.
Right.
If they go face to face, I'm going with Punk. Just like how when he went against Undertaker, I had to go with Taker. But yeah.
Right. Nice. Speaking of Taker, here's your partner.
This is Joe Henry party.
Basically.
Dad, look what you started with the song now, bro.
Yep, all your fault. Spotlight.
I meant to say moisture, not moist. Moist is a bit of
I mean, that message right there, the way that message came out, it just tickled my ears a little bit. Did it not tickle your ears a little bit? Play it again, Shane.
Yes.
Play it again. Play it again, Shane.
You want me to play the message again?
Play
can't.
it again, Shane. Yes, you can. Play it again.
I can't because
I'll play it, goddammit.
is up. Here we go.
Because everybody look the same.
Yeah, everyone does
moisture, not moist. Moist is a bit of so.
Ears are tickling. Am I bugging? Like, Jay, did you feel that too?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You two will talk. You two will talk privately after the show. How about that? Anyway, congratulations to who won that match? Oh, Big Reed. He won that match, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Big Reed. And yeah, his next match should be with Sheamus if he keeps his promise. So quick fast, we are backstage and we see Sammy. Sammy is walking with his Intercontinental Championship belt on his shoulders, and he runs into Braun Strowman and The Miz. And R-Truth, they got their little workout bands and they're getting themselves pumped and ready for they got their 6-man tag team match with Judgment Day later on tonight. And we're going on the other side of the backstage, fellas, where we are. Where are we? Oh, we're in the hallway with, of course, Judgment Day. See what they got to say.
Handle it. Let's move on. Hey, what's up?
Seth Rollins.
Just here to talk. You got a minute?
Yeah. Guys, go ahead and handle your business. I got this.
Sure.
Yeah.
They got belts. Carlito has an apple.
You know, it's better to be lucky than good. On Saturday, you were very lucky. But you were also very good. Most importantly, you kept your word. The boys didn't get involved. And since you kept your word, I'm going to keep my word. I won't come for that title as long as you've got it. But as good as you were on Saturday, if you want to keep that thing, you got to be better at SummerSlam.
Yep.
He's about to
Especially
walk
if it's
away.
one-on-one.
I did keep my word.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to keep yours. But I still got a lot to prove. So that whole gentleman's agreement, you can throw it out the window. When I'm done with Gunther, you want a shot? I'll go to war with you. You just name the place.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
That's respectable right there.
This dude just got another gold star. He just got another gold star. So he digs in his phone. Somebody called him.
Yeah. Where you at?
Who was he talking to? Who the hell was he talking to? But again, I have to give the man a gold star. That was very, very fair. I love how he did that.
Right.
That's how grown men handle business. Right, fellas?
And not to mention, the words of wisdom from Seth. I was spot on. You got to be better because it's Gunther. You have to be better if you want to get through him. And again, remember the whole gentleman's agreement wasn't contract wise. They didn't have to honor it, but I like that. I really like that. And I'm really Damien's. I mean, he grew on me from that Bad Bunny match that we watched, Shane. From that point on, I liked him. But I mean, as a champion now, I'm like, I really like him. And again, I'll say it again. What happened on Saturday was not his fault because he was never supposed to kick out. It was always supposed to be a distraction from McIntyre, but production fucked up. And everybody's trying to make him the scapegoat, and that's not fair to him at all. And that's why I also commend Triple H for doing what he did on Saturday and putting it on the referee.
Right. Shout out to Damien. Much love from here at the Three Bells podcast table. Yeah. Let's Lawan says
After SummerSlam, Damian Priest will now be a face. He is slowly turning into a face.
Penelope.
You know what? I don't even know why I'm getting so hot about it. Like, it doesn't really matter because fucking Damian Priest is gonna get set on fire by Gunther at, SummerSlam. I'm not betting a nickel on Damian Priest.
But what if he actually wins?
I got a nickel.
It is possible.
Shane and
I'm
Jay.
going for my boy.
Why say my name like that?
because I'm making sure that you hear all the sounds of your name and you don't say that I said a different name. But what if he actually wins? Because just like how this pay-per-view went, everybody in the world bet their money on Jay, bet their money on Braun, and it didn't happen. What if Damian actually wins? I mean,
I'm rooting for Damian all the way.
Jay, would that not be the cap? I mean, would that not be the feather in his cap that we was talking about? That he needed to get when facing Seth? Would that not be it right there for him to beat Gunther?
I would still think he's one more away, 1 or 2 more away. I think he needs that rematch with Seth 1-on-1 straight up.
That's clearly going to happen. If he beats Gunther, that's clearly going to happen at Bad Blood. But I'm just saying, like, who's to say that Gunther's actually going to win? We're just saying that he is going to win. But at the end of the day, yes, he's coming off of the King of the Ring. But before that, he's coming off of a loss from WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Which would you rather? Would you rather him win at SummerSlam, the championship at SummerSlam, or at WrestleMania? Would it not be more for him to win the Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber and get into a main event at WrestleMania for the title?
Yeah, that would best suit him because like you said, the odds are stacked against Priest at the moment because everybody's already saying like he's not going to win. The majority. I got people in my ears like from other chats telling me like, "Yo, bro, you better say this is the end of your boy." And I'm like, "Nah, yeah, this is premature talk right here."
Right.
Like,
And if we want to be serious, like in this age of Triple H, everybody has to earn their keep. Yes, you are the King of the Ring, but that doesn't mean anything. You still got to earn your keep. You got to earn that championship, especially if it's the first time around. You ain't getting that. I really think Damian he might pull it out. He really might. Unless
the way things are going, unless Finn interrupts.
Unless this other storyline that we've been pushing on this show, with the breakup of the Judgment Day, unless Finn sticks his nose into that, then it's a different story. But I think that might be too early because to me, that's something that you would rather have for WrestleMania as well. Finn versus Damian. You don't. I mean, because remember, we were just talking about. Oh, you wasn't on the show yesterday, Shane, but we were just talking about it yesterday about what shows are after at the end of the year and the beginning of the year. I think that's something that we would rather have at WrestleMania if they don't do it for SummerSlam. But I don't see how they can push it for SummerSlam at this point because there's no pay-per-views in between now. So he's not going to defend the title no time soon. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
You're just throwing stuff out there. Yeah. But I'm trying to be real careful as to picking like matches like so soon. I want to see what goes on between now and before the day of, like that week, and see where the stories are, and then I will have a better idea as to where each competitor's minds are and how the stories are going, because the stories could change and it could change the outlook of the person that you think is going to win. Like right now we're saying, oh, Gunther's going to win, because he's the more, dominant person. But then you look at, again, like you said, Sammy and Roxy, like all of these people that won, we didn't think was going to win, but some way, somehow they won. So is this like the trend now on the crowd's favorite, the ones that's going to fall? So we'll see as we move forward, as more and more stories develop and we get more and more matches till we have a full card in time for SummerSlam, which is the end of the month, as a matter of fact. Yes? Yeah. Let's say hi to 3-time Grammy country singer Zach Brown, Jay. He was in the audience. Hello, Mr. Grammy winner. And he's standing there because we are in the ring with our current Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. Fellas, let's jump in the ring and listen to him.
If I can take a second to be not so humble, to be a little un-Canadian.
Un-Canadian in Canada?
In top-level performances in this ring, night in, night out, year in, year out, to where I have earned a certain amount of respect in this ring. And it is a respect that Braun Breaker did not bring to Toronto, and that is why Braun Breaker found out the hard way that it is one thing to knock me down, it is another thing to try and keep me down. Now I say this, not just to Braun Breaker, but to...
I don't like this music at all. I hate this music. What you think about it, Shane? Horrible new music. I like the old bark. I like the old barking dog. Yeah. This one don't sound.
What are you here for, Braun?
Don't sound good.
You looking for a fight? You looking for a rematch?
Pussy. That's what I feel like he was going to say.
Did you come out here to say anything, or are you just going to keep staring at me all night?
Like a bitch.
Asshole.
This is Netflix.
And then he mushes the mic on his chest.
I came out here to look the only man in that locker room, to look you in the eye. The only man who could say that they've beat me. And I'm not going to lie, Sammy. I didn't think it was going to be you. I really didn't.
We didn't either.
But I'm a smart guy, right? I'm a smart guy. I know how these things go. There's no reason for me to get a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. There's really not. So look, I've been thinking, and
And Spears.
I was waiting for that.
Spears thinking on top of him and just give him shots to the head.
Because Braun, I was mad. I was mad for you on Saturday, Braun. I was like, how the fuck he lose that shit? Clean.
It was clean. It was just
bad.
clean.
But that's what I told y'all on Saturday. If a heel loses cleanly, that's not good for them.
Right. I mean, so we know how it goes. The officials break them up, and he's like exiting the ring, and he's walking away slowly. Officials are behind him, including Adam. And he points, and they look away, and he runs around, and Spears Sammy again.
Bruh. He really said, look over there, guys. And they said, what?
Yeah, they all looked and he ran.
That's some fucking sucker shit right there. Look over there,
Right.
look.
So now they got at him again, and look, it's Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov is charging after him. I'm so scared, says Breaker. Dragunov is running towards Sammy to check on him and making sure that he's okay.
Jay,
So
I'm sorry, Shane.
No, I was going to say, remember that Dragunov ran over to Sammy. Excuse me, I was about to say Sheamus. He ran over to Sammy to check on him to make sure that he's okay. Mundo?
Yeah, Jay, I was going to say, like, how do you like the fact that they inserted Ilya into this right here and there? Like, it seems like they're kind of still running off of, like, NXT a little bit, like, with these two. And having him interject himself, like, how do you feel about that? Not saying anything beyond that, but just in this situation right here, like, why was it his business to come out in that moment? You know, it's not like it's Ricochet. This is Sami Zayn, but I know Michael Cole mentioned that he has a lot of respect for Sami Zayn, but like, still,
I honestly think it's basically that, you know, what you said, like that NXT feud that they had, then until now with the Ricochet, the Sami Zayn thing. It's a trend. It's a trend that we are seeing on these shows where whenever you see like a certain tag team, you look at them and be like, okay, fine, this is the NXT crew. Then you see them fighting some veterans that are regular WWE, has been there for a minute now. So to keep the mixture of having these NXT guys getting their feet wet with veterans like Sammy, I think that's the way it should go. We're sitting and we sit here and we think we're like, oh shit, Braun should get this win because he was so dominant in NXT that he should just plow through this guy. But they're feeding us something with Sammy, like, you know, he's the biggest underdog of this decade, and he just keeps on prevailing and kicking ass. So when we think he's down and out, he's really up. He's really on the up. So I wouldn't be too surprised, you know, one day he drops that belt and he gets a big boy belt eventually.
Eventually. But meanwhile, he's just going to, I have a feeling that he's going to start terrorizing Sammy. And maybe Dragunov would be like that guy that would help him out. And again, we have to see the promo or the segment as to why Dragunov is so eager to help out Sammy. And I say that because now we're inside the medical room where we're looking at a banged up Sammy, and Dragunov is there also, and Adam Pearce is there. And basically, Dragunov is asking for a fight against Breakker later tonight. And Adam goes, you want a match with Breakker tonight? You know what? You got it. So later on tonight, we have Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Breakker. And then we got to look back at, I'm sorry to say this, Mundo, John Cena, as we looking back at the John Cena infamous speech of his retirement season. So we had that, and
self-centered son of a bitch.
Say what now?
I'm sorry. Self-centered son of a bitch. He really wants to have a whole farewell tour. Like, what type of bullshit is that? None of our favorite wrestlers got a farewell tour. They just had a last match and called it a day. Why you got to have a whole fucking year? A whole year?
Because we don't have a money in the bank suitcase.
Don't you get me started, Shane. Don't you do that.
We don't have a suitcase. We don't have that element for this year. Only on the women's side, which is cool, but it's been a tradition for a couple of years now in WWE for us to, whether we know it or not know it, is waiting for the arrival of the person with with the suitcase, with the contract. At every PLE, at every big show where we think that the person is going to come out and cash in, we're not going to. We don't have that at all going into
So you're
next year.
saying, John Cena's the briefcase now?
Basically, he's you got to recover for that. You got to cover that.
You think that it's about to be a John Cena's greatest hits all year next year? Like all of his top feuds, he's gonna have one more time with everybody.
Basically, he has a whole year to do it. Why not?
Everybody's retired though.
Not really.
Get your ass out the old folks' home. Go into
Edge-
the little training. Come with me to Florida. Let's go do some training, and
No,
let's have
but Edge-
one more match.
Edge is in AEW. Triple H
The
is
Rock
retired, cannot fight no more. Shawn Michaels is
Rock Part
retired,
3.
not wrestling no more. The Undertaker's retired, not fighting anymore. The only person that I've seen so far is CM Punk, who said he wants to have another match with him. Other person, obviously, would be Randy Orton. That's the only other person that's there. Who else is there? I mean,
The Rock.
I
I
mentioned
wasn't watching wrestling.
AJ, The Rock.
That's not
AJ,
a year's worth of people. You said AJ twice.
I know. Because I want two matches. I want two AJ matches. That's why, because he's dope like that.
That's how he got his 16th. That's how he got his 16th run as champion. Yeah. He won it from AJ. I remember that match. I was so mad. He hit him with what? 3 AAs. He caught him off the AJ was about to do a phenomenal forearm, and he caught him, hit him with the AA, did that stupid ass rollover shit, hit him again. Like, God damn it. Boo.
I would love to see him. I would love to see him once more tag up with R-Truth. That'd be nice.
Here's say you have a whole year. It's plenty of time for him to do all of that and more.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have a contract, so yeah, you got to make up for it. Spotlight.
I don't know where you're at on your talk. I forgot. I got lost somewhere. Anyhow, I just wanted to read these two comments that were with the CM Punk and Seth Rollins. CM Punk made 2 enemies after Money in the Bank. The second comment, the whole Punk, Drew, Seth situation gives Brett, Taker, Michaels situation 1997 vibes all over again.
Ooh, she digged in the crate for that. You hear that? She's got a little history there. Okay, Spotlight, we see you.
Okay, yeah.
Very impressed, huh, Jay?
So
I'm like, jaw dropping.
CM Punk would be Brett. Excuse me, he would be Sean. Brett is Drew, and Taker is Seth. Because that led to the Hell in a Cell between Taker and Shawn Michaels. That's a good one.
Yeah,
this is gonna boil down.
Ooh, I love the picture, by the way, Spotlight.
Oh. I just put my head down and noticed.
Yeah. Here's another from Sparkle.
You know what I want to see at WrestleMania when it comes to John Cena and his farewell match? I don't even want a match with John Cena. I want a match with Peacemaker. And I want him to go up against Dave Bautista. But not Dave Bautista. I want him to be Drax the Destroyer. And I want the special guest referee to be James Gunn.
Oh my gosh. That would be hilarious.
Brother.
Some Guardians of the Galaxy shit.
We got the MCU.
Would be hilarious.
We got the MCU versus DC. That's funny. But
that's John Cena with the mask, right?
But you guys don't find it weird though?
Yeah.
2025, he's saying that's his last year, but his last match is not WrestleMania.
No, not at all.
That's kind of odd, but I guess that's what he wants. Triple H is giving him everything that he wants. He said he earned it.
Do they
Yeah.
do what they did? Do they do what they did to Ray while he still fights and induct him into the Hall of Fame while he's actively still wrestling?
I don't know. Like I said to y'all, I asked y'all the question: does he get inducted in 2026 after he finishes up, or do they wait a year like they did with Taker and induct him in 2027? I can't see them doing it in 2025. With Triple H, is so
No.
he honors so many other people. Mm.
I think
Yeah, it's
25 will
weird.
be. I think 25 will be for Bray, and then Cena will be 26.
Right, because they held off
Right.
this year with Bray and did his father and his uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, that'll be smooth. That'll be smooth because they would both be the headliners, like how Paul Heyman was,
Correct.
just like how Taker was. So yeah, I think that'll be smooth. I wouldn't be mad at that. That way, John will have plenty of time to do his thing, and then we get to look back at the either horrible or awesome run that he had. I'll go for awesome because at the end of the day, he's going to fill seats. If it's announced that John Cena is coming to Raw or coming to SmackDown at a particular show, those shows are going to sell out because
Or
his
even
name is part of that lineup, even if
or
he's
even
talking.
or even NXT. It's on CW at
Sure,
this point.
sure, absolutely. Especially when they hit the CW,
Right?
totally got to
Face
show his
some
face.
young talent. I can see him
Yes.
going against Trick or Ethan Page or Sean Spears. Like, yeah.
That'll be interesting. That would be
I
interesting.
would love to see. I would love to see the Shawn Spears match.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Spears is a good fighter, so he goes down there and does that.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll put on a show for these young bucks and let them know, like, look,
Right.
this is what us old folks do.
Mm-hmm.
Continue
By the
the
way,
trend.
Dr. Killjoy smoked weed every day. All the listeners, we're
Hey.
asking all the listeners tonight to change their profile picture to Joe Hendry. So if you can do so, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
All right, so while everybody changed their pictures, we're going to go into the ring for our match number 3. This is a 6-man tag team we spoke about earlier. Judgment Day versus Awesome Truth and their best buddy, Braun Strowman. Mundo, we'll start with you and then Jay to follow. Give us your thoughts on this match.
Yeah, this was a funny match. I mean, it started out with Truth and Miz, my guy, coming in, coming down the aisle, doing what they do, rapping and whatever the Miz does when Arthur was rapping, and they're in the ring performing the song, and then they get their asses beat up by the Judgment Day and Carlito because he's still not a full-fledged member yet. And next thing you know, Braun comes out, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And he comes some semi running down the ring in his tight old red pants that Shane hates so much, and then it becomes a fair fight.
It's the bright red. Remember those bright red pants he had, the bright
Look,
Levi pants.
I've
These
learned
pants
that
is okay, but those
they're
bright ass
okay.
red pants.
That's okay. You kept saying that you want him in black. That is not black. That is not black.
And
So
they're not red.
I
It's
thought everything
actually
was.
it's actually burgundy, isn't it? It's not red. It's like a dark red burgundy.
I
The
guess
bright
somebody must have
or red.
somebody backstage must have been like, that's just a little too bright for you. It doesn't fit you. Shane O'Mac said no, so
It just looked
let's
weird.
tame it down a bit.
You don't think so? It just looked weird. Like the black just suits his frame better than the red pants. It just looked like, I don't know, like he was like Jane Fonda or something. They're about to do some aerobics. Like that's what I got when I saw those bright ass red pants. Like they were leotards. But the black pants, it just it just suited him. The dark, camouflage. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm sorry.
What did I tell you? He got them custom made because again, I have not seen Levi's, and I wear Levi's. I haven't seen Levi's that any of those colors before, besides black and the traditional denim. But anyway, yeah,
Lee's, because Levi's does not do that, but the Lee's. Remember Lee's? Lee's are played out. These are the things. And then if we saw it, they snatched the Lee patch off your pants. Used to do that though. Very cruel in the hood. There you go, Mundo.
All right now. But yeah, so we went into commercial. It was picture in picture again. Shout outs to picture in picture for Raw. And during that time, the Judgment Day was taking advantage of the fact that they had the Miz on the ropes, kept them on one side of the ring, was taking him and kicking his ass. And then JD, his big ass head, he had the nerve to knock R-Truth off the side of the ring and then hit Braun and then had the nerve to provoke him. Like, yeah, what are you going to do? Come in the ring. What you going to do? So then now you see him and the Miz, they're tussling and whatnot. The Miz is trying to get JD off of him so he can tag Braun in. And it looked like he wasn't going to do it, but then Miz found that little bit of strength and tagged Braun in. And then JD was like, oh, shit. He's like, please no. And then all hell broke loose from there. Braun threw JD into the ropes. JD looked like he was trying to do a flying shoulder tackle, but then Braun's big ass was like, nah, mine's is more. And he shoulder tackled him and knocked him to the corner. And then Braun threw this motherfucker across the ring. I was like, damn, that reminded me, Jay. That reminded me of Oba and Wes Lee from last night when he was just tossing him. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Oh man, it's just big on small, and it's just unfair. And yeah, it just went into this beautiful, beautiful choke slam that Braun delivered onto Finn Balor, and I was like, God damn, he got good height on that one right there. That reminded me of Undertaker and Triple H. Triple H always gave Undertaker great choke slams, and he went for the pin, and then Carlito and JD broke it up, and then he was getting beat up by both of them, and then he was like, fuck this shit, and grabbed both of them by the throat, threw them into the ropes, and they came back, and he shoulder tackled the both of them. I was like, yeah, this motherfucker's on one tonight. And Jay, I'll let you finish it up. Go ahead, Jay.
Well, where shall I go to? JD trying to play himself, getting tossed inside out, tossed like a rag doll. Also, we get a nice choke slam to Finn, double shoulder tackle, and then, R-Truth decides to get sidetracked because he's outside with the fans celebrating. And by the time he gets back up, you see the Miz letting him know, like, look, focus. And here comes Finn Balor with his kicks, with his one flying kick and hits him against the ropes, and the Miz falls down. And here goes the coup de grace for the win. The look on the Miz's face after that, man, Dez, I hope he doesn't go back to the old heel Miz. He's getting frustrated, bro. This is something to keep an eye on. The Miz wasn't on a losing streak, so this is like what, 2 or 3 losses in a row. I'd be thinking differently after that. Like, bro, are you in it to win it, or are you in it just to be happy, go lucky, and doesn't matter what you do or what the outcome is?
Right.
So they're definitely gonna have.
Too.
They definitely gonna need to talk it out, and if one more occurrence happens, I could see the Miz flipping script and just giving him a skull crushing finale at the end of a fight.
It's only right though, right? You don't think so? I mean, like Pat said, The entire time that they've been tag champions, the fucking R-Truth has been the booker and just booking them in crazy ass matches left and right without even talking to his partner. And he got suckered into that last match with the Judgment Day where they lost their titles. And then, we saw what happened after Raw. He kind of forgave him a little bit, but then I played for y'all I had Shane play for us the backstage situation where Miz was just kind of going off on R-Truth. He wasn't happy. He was pissed off about it. And rightfully so, though. I would be mad too. So I would say it would be warranted, but I don't want to see it because we're in Miz season right now as far as like outside of Raw and everything. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a couple of more situations like this, and it's just gonna build up. That balloon is going to get bigger and bigger until something major happens, and it's just gonna burst. And the Miz is he's just gonna spaz out. But give it time. I don't know exactly when, but it's already starting because we saw it tonight. Mm-hmm. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who's still sticking around, thank you so much for still sticking around. We have so much more show to cover. There's still a match number 5 and number 6 and a whole bunch of backstage and interviews and vignettes that we have to play. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back right after this.
You guys looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast with Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac.
Acknowledge me.
Coming to you live each and every Monday night for Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live on stereo and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Three Bells Podcast, the Raw Recap episode. As we continue to talk about Raw, an awesome Raw after the Money in the Bank PLE that took place in Canada this past Saturday. So, as we continue, these next couple of segments is going to be all open mic because we are going all backstage. All right, fellas? So, let's go backstage and let's bump into Adam and CM Punk.
I will get on the phone with Drew. I will schedule a meeting next week. I will see if he's in a place mentally that he can even do business. We'll see if he'll be professional at all. Yeah, I understand that. But if that's even going to happen, you can't be around. I need you to stay home.
I've been at home an awful lot.
I get it. And I know you didn't start this, but you're not exactly the one to back up from a fight. In fact, you like to stir them up. You like to pick fights. And I'm telling you, if you do it again, match with Drew, title aspirations you might have, they're out the window.
I just want to finish it.
I understand it. You know me a long time.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want you to go home. I want you to heal up.
Go home.
Pet Larry. And I want you to let me deal with Drew.
Okay.
Go play with your dog.
I won't show up next week. I'm going to work on getting cleared. And then give me Drew. You got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
I'll say this. Adam Pearce is channeling his inner Nick Aldis tonight. He put his foot down and was like, enough is fucking enough. That's it.
He fed up.
Of course. Look at all the shit that he has been through up to this point. Like all of that shit that he has been through. Even, I'm talking about way back where even he was like, God, I need a drink. It all built up to this moment where he's like, you know what? Enough is enough. I really got to put some bass in my voice and start putting my foot down because it's really getting out of hand. I'm saying, man, good for you, man. It's about time that you actually found your voice and found your power and now using it. However, it's weird how you just advertise how Drew is suspended indefinitely, and yet you're giving him a chance to do something moving forward. I don't know. I don't get it, fellas, but
that's
I'm
out.
guessing that. Go ahead.
That's out of the request. There was a little more to that to that to that encounter. That's out of the request of Punk. Punk asked him like, "Yo, can you lift that suspension because I want a match with him or whatever you want to call it." So he took it under consideration. That's what most bosses like to say to their subordinates, like, "I'll take it under consideration." But then he laid down the rules, like you can't be around for that. Will Punk adhere to that? Is the question.
That's why I was laughing. I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah,
Right.
okay. I mean, yeah, maybe because Punk had his time to shine tonight. So maybe Drew will have his time.
I don't know. Shane,
Like we see the both of them.
How far is
Go ahead.
Dayton, Ohio from Chicago, Illinois? I swear that's like the next state over, right? It's like the next state, maybe two states. Yeah, that's the next state over, or 2 states over. Like that's not far, not far at all.
It's not far. He could take a dollar cab. He could take the Street Profits dollar cab to go over there. Yeah.
Like if he gets Drew to say yes and all that, what's to stop Punk from showing up after whatever? If they do decide to do something, what's to stop him from showing up after the fact?
Nothing.
Meet him in the parking lot. The same
Right.
way he did to him at SmackDown.
Right.
Yeah.
The
That's
gate
something.
goes
That's
up.
something to
He
think
thinks
about.
the gate goes up. He thinks it's his car. And CM Punk is waiting right in front of his car.
That would be magic, wouldn't it?
I
I
love
have a
this. I love
surprise
this.
for you. You
Go ahead.
love. Go ahead, Jay.
The
You love what?
storyline that they got going on between the two.
Yes, I do too. I do too. And Mundo's gonna love this, I bet.
How's your boy, Dr. Killjoy? What's good? What's good? What's Thomas Palmer's really good with it. Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Happy Monday Night Raw. All right, look here. The reason why, not Nick Aldis, but because I keep forgetting the boy name.
Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce. The reason Adam Pearce didn't completely suspend and keeps Drew McIntyre there is because the ratings would be completely screwed if they didn't let this happen. He knows he has someone higher up than him, and he knows damn well he could threaten Drew as much as he wants, but he's not going to really indefinitely suspend anybody. That's not going to happen because people want to see that CM Punk Drew McIntyre, and it doesn't matter even if Punk hadn't said anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, the fight would have happened because that was set up for months. It's been set for months. So yeah, there's no way in hell he would not let that happen. Adam would have.
Yeah.
He cut himself off.
He cut himself off.
Killjoy, come on now, smoke weed every day. I'll say it for you, bro.
Yeah, you're supposed to end your statement by saying that, dude. Well, maybe he'll continue it. He'll continue it and then he'll end it with that. But while he is creating that message for you, Mundo, we're still backstage. Let's go into the Judgment Day Clubhouse before we have Dirty Dom and his side piece.
As good as you're doing at this game right now, I do think maybe we should go for some double team moves just to prepare.
What? Yeah. Liv, I didn't even want to tag with you. What makes you think I want to work on double team moves?
Dominic, we both know you want this just as badly as I do.
The only thing I want badly is to beat my deadbeat dad.
That's what I meant. But to do that, we need to get on the same page.
What are you talking about?
I think it would be good for you to just loosen up a little bit.
I am loose.
You seem so tense, Dominic,
No,
and I just want to help you relax
okay.
a little bit. Just perfect.
She knocks him down on the couch.
I'm okay. Liv,
Actually,
She's stretching his leg.
Yeah, I told you.
She's stretching the hammy.
Even if you don't have a match, we can still do it.
But like his nuts is like right on her breast. Like,
Now that's
Damien
The Judgment Day, yeah.
Feel better, Daddy Dom.
Oh, I don't even want to know what the hell that was. Look, man, after all this time, what's wrong with you? You should have been done with this. It's not that hard. I don't know. Seems pretty hard to me. Yo. Wow. I'm starting to understand your dad more and more every week.
I thought I fixed this. I'll put an end to it. I'm putting an end to it. I thought I put an end to it. I'm putting an end to it.
He
Now,
said it's stuttering. He's stuttering.
hold
Next
on.
Monday, you wanted to tell us something. Lay it on us. Oh, yeah. Man. I'm going to keep it to myself. Dom's going to find out on his own anyway.
Now,
The
fellas,
hell does that mean?
that was important, but what we didn't really hear clearly was when Liv said that we can do this, meaning the stretching thing. I'm doing air quotes. We can do the stretching thing before every match, and then she said we can do it even if you don't have to have even if you don't have a match. And I was just like, whoa, what? We're stretching because I don't have a match. Like the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
She calls it
she's
stretching.
right. And the fact that he was like, "Ooh, this actually does feel good. This does feel good." Like, getting out of control. And if you guys noticed, y'all, I know y'all heard it because I heard it too. Michael Cole started laughing in the middle of this whole situation because I was laughing at the same part too when she was stretching him out. I was like, "This is outrageous, man." And the way that the Judgment Day walked in, we saw Damian looking like Wepa, and then you saw JD's head pop up, and then Finn on top of him, and then Carlito came in and was like, "That's who?" That segment to me was the segment of the night. That shit was fucking hilarious, man. Hilarious.
That was cool. That was very cool. So, yep, just as we knew was gonna happen, Dr. Kill is back. Dr. Kill.
And I know y'all haven't gotten there yet, but let me just say this. I've never seen a woman leave the arena as fast as I've seen Liv Morgan leave that arena. She cut out so quick.
Let me stop there because you're about to go way ahead, buddy. You don't want to ruin the surprise for us. I'll play the other one.
All right, Carlito is a national treasure. He doesn't make huge comedic performances, but when he does make his joke, he does make a damn good joke. That's cool. That's cool. He's almost on the level of R-Truth on my level. He'll get there.
Yes.
He him comedic relief, and Carlito do just fine. How's your boy that Killjoy? Smoke weed every day.
I was
There
waiting on
you
it.
go.
I was waiting on it. Let's get it. Let's go.
You got it. Happy Monday.
Bro, but remember I think I said it either last week or the week before. I was like, yo, Carlito is R-Truth, just without being kind of mentally retarded a little bit. He's hilarious. Just like he hits the comedic stuff on time. I like it.
Right.
I really do.
Right. Like because the material is there, so and he's very observant. So that's what's cool about him.
Right. And it's like he literally took R-Truth's spot in the Judgment Day, being that comic relief. And I love it. I love it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Just keep it up, dude. Keep it up. Speaking of keep it up, spotlight.
Sound like he's trying to convince himself. I gotta put it into it. I gotta put it into it. Don't sound convincing to me.
Right. That was also funny too. I think that was part of why this was so funny. He's like, I put it into it. I thought I put it into it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it tonight. He's like, he's telling Finn and he's telling Damien, and he goes back there. And he tells JD and he's telling Carlito, and then he leaves. I'm like, bro. Oh man, comedic gold with these guys, man.
Yep. It's all in that lipstick, that red lipstick. Speaking of red, let's go dark, fellas. For we finally get that VHS cassette tape to the production truck, and they have the machine in order to play it back for us to watch. So this is tape number 3 of Uncle Howdy.
Tell me more about your family.
My family. I took those that no one wanted. The discarded. The forgotten. I gave them a purpose. Gave them...
Looks like Bray there.
They're so happy that you remembered them. Because being a glutton for punishment doesn't make abandonment hurt any less.
It's Joe Casey?
Forsaken, alone, begging for mercy as the buzzards circle.
So what I liked about this is the fact that they're splitting images of all the different characters and who they really
For
are.
love. But now, we must set the captives free. So they need no master. Do you think
Bray would...
Do you think we are sick?
Yes, I do.
What's happening?
It's just a whole bunch of...
Is what will be.
It's the characters basically going in and out. They was going in and out of their characters. So it's like you saw the actual face and then the character that's betraying back and forth, back and forth.
But I'll say this. We saw Husky was Joe. We saw that the bird was what's his face? What's his name, Jay? Right.
Dexter
and we saw
Loomis.
that the bunny, and then we saw the bunny was Eric Rowan. But we never got who Sister Abigail or whatever that character is. They just showed that character. If you guys noticed that,
Yeah.
there was no fade into who this is.
That's fire.
But isn't it assumed that it's Nikki?
But what if it
Or
isn't?
could that be? Could it be Alexa?
It could be. I mean, that person is short as fuck, but they never showed who it is.
They just keep showing her.
Yeah.
To be continued. Ooh-wee. Speaking of this next segment, we are by Mr. Adams' office, like right outside. And he's standing there on his phone, and somebody is looking for him, fellas.
Pierce.
Chad Gable.
Where have you been? I've been looking all over for you. Avoiding me? No, my office is right here. I got questions for you, okay? Did you see that tape? I'm telling you, they're talking about me. It's clear to an intelligent man like me, but what's not clear is that you're not doing anything about it. Security's clearly lax. I'm here. Listen, calm down. I dealt with security twice in a month, and I ordered an investigation. Let me ask you this. If they're coming after you, did you ever stop to figure out why that might be? Oh, that's great, Pierce. I'll just handle everything on my own like I always do. You know what? I will. I'll take care of it my way. But when I do, I'm going to expect a very sincere apology from you and everybody else in that locker room. All right? And while I'm at it, after the month I've had, how about a freaking vacation, huh? It's pathetic.
A vacation?
That's a freaking question. So Adam opens his door, and in his office, Bo Dallas.
Wow.
And he steps in his office and closes the door. What is that meeting about?
Right. Like, wow. And my thing is, though, besides Bo, the fact that Chad is requesting a vacation, it's like, are we coming up upon a time that Chad might be written off the show? Or like, what the hell is that about? Like, why? We never hear anybody ask for a vacation on television. This is crazy.
No, I think that's just part of like his spiel, like that whole spiel that he was spitting out just now. I think he's just like, because of everything that was going on. Yeah, I need a vacation, and why did, and the fact the main question is, yeah, why are they going after you? Like that was the first time that question was directly asked to Chad. So now it's a fair question for Chad to sit back and go, well, damn, why the fuck are these guys going after me? What did I do to them? He needs to hear that answer. I think that's the next thing that we need to get is for him, Chad, to hear the answer as to why he's being targeted. Because it started out of nowhere, don't forget.
Right.
But he needs to hear it.
But Shane, I swear last week, Bo told us why. He said that we have people who use their families to basically, what he said, that they use their families to become to gain, he was basically saying they're using the families so they can become champions or whatever of that nature. That's why Chad felt it was basically aimed at him, and he had that whole conversation with Otis last week when Otis was basically like, we're not fucking with you right now. We feel bad for you, but that has nothing to do with us. That's all on you.
Right. But what I'm saying is, now that that has happened, the next step is for them to be more direct, or maybe
Right.
they would come at
You're
him
right.
again indirectly until a point where the next step will be face to face, more direct, more personal, instead of being a brain freeze. Instead of being a riddle, you would get a
Right.
straight up answer from Bo, and then we'd be like, shoot. So
Right.
yeah, it's building up, and I love it. Love it.
But then
Right, Jay?
also in that video, it's like he made it seem like it's beyond just who we think it is. It's other people as well. It's like it's multiple people that we don't like how they treat their families because we're family. We want everyone's family to be a model of what we are, how we take care of each other.
Right.
This is crazy.
Right. Considering the type of family that they are, the outcasts, the nobodies, the unforgottens, the opposite of what you think a family is, a good connected family is. These are the opposites. These are the ones that was thrown out from their families, the black sheep of the families. They form together this family. I love it. I freaking love it. It's so deep. We can have a show just on this family alone and talk about each individual character and how it's built up to this moment and what they could do afterwards. It's very interesting. And Mundo, you see how it's going to be mostly you and I, right? Because Jay is just sitting back drinking his Pepsi, looking at the people under the stairs and under the bed, So yeah, that's what that conversation is going to be about. Speaking of Jay,
Yes,
it is
I'm here.
that moment of the night where we have a video vignette from Damage Control. Now we all know how two of the girls in Damage Control, they really don't speak full English, but that's okay because we're going to play their vignette, and our smart guy Triple J, he is going to translate it so we understand what they're saying. Jay, whenever you're ready, hit it.
Okay. Just give me 2 seconds to press play, and here we go. Let me see. Damage control has lost control. So damage control has to change.
We have been treated with nothing but disrespect. We are world-class talent, and we shouldn't be pushed to the side by the likes of Kaden, Katana, and Lyra. But tonight, Tonight, that changes. Tonight, we push back and show everyone what damage control is truly capable of.
Change brings destruction of what was. And tonight we will clip Lyra's wings, and we will dance over Katana and Kaden. Because damage control has lost control. Hey, I'm not done.
Look, motherfucker,
Hey,
you
they're
took
not
mad
done.
long. Yo, god damn it! I thought he
There was a
was.
pause in there was a
There
pause
was a
in between it.
pause.
Ah. So damage control has to change.
We are world-class talent, and we
Damn
shouldn't
it.
be pushed to the side by the likes of Kaden,
I'll do it all over
Katana,
again.
and Lyra. But tonight that changes. Tonight, we push back and show everyone what damage control is truly capable of.
Change brings destruction of what was. And tonight we will clip Lyra's wings and we will dance over Katana and Kaden.
Wait, what she said?
Right,
Because
exactly.
damage control has lost control.
Exactly. I was right when I pressed the button the first
You're
time
supposed
because
to
it
No,
just
because
it just kept
no,
playing
it
over and
didn't read
over.
nothing. No, it stopped already.
It replayed twice. What are you
It
talking about?
replayed twice?
Exactly.
You
Yes.
you let it
Exactly.
loop
You
twice.
no, he didn't
You
let
said the
EO
same
finish.
shit twice. You said
I didn't
nothing
get to
different
finish,
from the first. You said
but at
nothing
the
different from the
end,
first time that you played it.
no, at the end, there was one more thing at the end when it went silent, and then EO spoke.
And
The
you
last
said
3
nothing.
seconds
You said
because it
nothing, and
went
then she
dry.
laughed.
It went dry there after she laughed because it was literally 2 lines. I read the 2 lines off before she finished talking.
So
You know
how
how
was I
agents speak.
wrong? So how was I wrong?
I
Because
needed
then
the last 3 seconds for EO to finish.
she finished, and then there was no words in English, and you said nothing, and then I played Smooth Operator because I
Ay,
was about to
Dios
say that was
mío.
straight. That was your. Oh my gosh! Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Triple J
Ugh.
Translations. Good job, dude. Since you got your mic open, Mr. Mundo, let's talk about match number 4, Dragunov versus Breaker. And then Jay to follow.
Yeah, I just want to say that I wasn't wrong when I played it. I was right because then shit re-looped and played again. But anyway, again, we expected what we expected out of this match from what we saw a few weeks ago between these two. It was a heavy-hitting match between Ilya and Braun Breaker. I enjoyed this match a lot. I'll leave all the move sets and everything like that to Jay, but I just want to say that this was a hard hitting match. I enjoyed it 100%, but damn, that the way the match ended, I was like, come on, Brian, you gave up. Like, why would you give up in the middle of the match like that? You know, so we're outside the ring. We got Ilya. I don't know what happened or how it happened, but he's bleeding from his fucking leg and shit. I don't think the referee even realized it. He's bleeding like crazy outside the ring, and he's about to try to attack Braun, who goes off camera. And when he's coming at Braun throws the goddamn chair, a computer chair, at Ilya's face, and Ilya's he's hit with the chair, and he's hemorrhaging and all this other shit. And I'm just like, oh boy. This is obviously going to lead to something down the line, but I'm like, where, like, is this another Raw match that we're going to get between the two of them? But yeah, I enjoyed the match fully. And man, why did it end that way? Like, why? I get it, but why? And so Braun is doing what he normally does. He starts beating these motherfuckers up, and eventually we got Sammy coming from the medical office. He's taped up, ribs and shit, and he comes in and tries to save the day for Ilya. But bro, you're not even 100% at this point, and he starts getting beat down by Braun himself. And I'm gonna go with Jay. Jay, go ahead and do what you do, bro.
Okay, mi amigo. In this match, oh, we had a nice gorilla press slam by Braun early in the match, followed with a nice in-air spine buster. Ilya was doing his thing with his chops, trying to counter back with his, then he had did a nice little kick to the back of his head and a running knee. Then Braun decides to want to counter a move and does an in-air cannonball, like balled up, and just hits him. Then gorilla press drops him on his knees. So Ilya catches Braun off the ropes, but misses a coast to coast right after. So Ilya and Braun proceed to fight outside, and Braun decides to want to say, you know what? I'm gonna just throw this chair at you, right in your face. You bust your ass, and now your knee's bleeding, as Des was saying earlier. And here comes Mr. Sammy to try to save the day, but it doesn't phase a guy like Braun because Braun already had one guy already tossed over, grabs the other one, tosses him over with Sammy. Yeah, and you're thinking like, wait a minute, why is this happening? Because people keep on interfering in his matches, don't mind their business. So he's gonna be this type of a guy, this type of a character. We're seeing at the moment where every time he wrestles, someone's not gonna mind their business, and the dog is gonna get upset. The dog is gonna bite, and don't be too surprised with what he does after everything's happened. And I like the way they're doing Braun's character. They're not just gonna feed him to us and have him go over all the time and throw championships on him this early. I see the buildup is this type of a character. You don't mind your business, I'm beating your ass. So I don't care if I got beef with you. You come in, you're a part of it now. So 2-for-1 feast for Braun tonight, and good shit.
And to be continued, because he's not going to let that slide. Neither are they. Neither will Sammy. Once Sammy gets healed up, and Dragunov, he's going to be right there. And Mr. Breaker, he's not finished. As he starts, there's no telling how he finishes. Couple of messages. Let's hit it. Spotlight.
Mr. Bo Dallas dance. I just had to say that. That's crazy. Like a freaking spooky horror movie. Schizophrenic. I like it. It's interesting. Let's see.
Penelope.
No, they're gonna do it in 2025 next year. John Cena's gonna be the fucking headliner, and it's like, if not him, who? Like, really think about guys in wrestling that aren't in the Hall of Fame. Who could headline a WWE Hall of Fame and be like a marquee dude?
Dr. Kill.
I just like it. How's your boy to the Killjoy? I just like the moment when they were escorting Braun out of the motherfucking arena, and Braun pointed to somewhere, looking over there, look over there, and he ran back and spear stabbed me again, dude. That was beautiful. That was fucking beautiful. Y'all missed that part. That was hilarious. He was like, "Hey, what's that? What? Oh, shut him up." How's your boy to the Killjoy? Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day. We didn't miss
No,
that.
we totally spoke that because that happened during the promo that he and Sammy had. Remember, we spoke about that. It wasn't
We
during the
did.
match; it was during the promo earlier. Yeah, we actually laughed about that, Mundo. Remember?
Yes, we did. Because I know I
Yeah, we
said
laughed
that.
about it.
I literally
Yeah.
said that. I said, oh, look over there. That's what he did. He was like, look over there.
They all looked. They all looked. They
He
said,
was like,
"What?"
what?
He was out. He was
That
out.
was funny.
Whew. I'm glad that you have your mic open, Mundo, because I would like for you to give me your thoughts on this video vignette of Damian Priest. It's Damian Priest, and he's basically given a message to Gunther, his opponent for SummerSlam. Hit it.
Correct. But before he gave a message to Gunther, he gave a message to basically, I felt that this was Triple H's way of solidifying what he said on Saturday about how he felt the current reign of Damian Priest is going as a champion. And Damian basically was like, look, he gave a middle finger to everybody that blamed him for the mix-up that happened on Saturday, which I don't blame him for. Like I said earlier today, I said it on Saturday, I said it on Sunday. I don't blame him. It was a production error. He was never supposed to kick out of that situation on Saturday. It was supposed to be 1-2, and Drew's music was supposed to hit to distract the referee and stop the count. So he said, well, what champion do you know that hasn't had controversy, in their matches or whatever like that? And they gave us Logan Paul with the brass knuckles. They gave us Io Sky and her situations of that nature. And I was like, you know what? I fuck with it. I like it. And then he called out Gunther and it was like, look, I'm looking forward to facing you at SummerSlam. And if you got the balls, you come to Monday Night Raw next week and come and meet me in the ring face to face, and we could talk this out. So again, I really like Damian Priest as a champion because we haven't seen this in a long time where a champion is like, he takes everybody. He don't give a shit who it is. Like, yeah, you want a title shot? Come at me. You want a title shot? Come at me. And that's what I'm getting. And I respect that so much. I respect that not only because he's from the 5 boroughs like we are, but like that shit just you gotta respect it because he believes in himself. And as he said earlier to Seth, that regardless of how he won on Saturday, he still thinks that he needs to beat Seth to solidify his run as a champion right now. Because Seth is the first WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So he got to beat him. But before that, he has to beat the King of the Ring to also put another feather in his cap. So I'm all for it. I'm looking forward to this, and I respect him for that. And to me, it was like, damn, did they just produce that tonight? And not even tonight, but like early in the day, or was that while the show was going on? Because it was happening in the current Judgment Day. What do we call it? Their clubhouse. Yeah. So yeah, that was my take on that. I fucks with you, Damian Priest, 100%.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. I like that. I like that. I like the vignette, and I like how you summarized it. And yeah, Damien's the man. He's the freaking man, and he's fair. That's what I really like. I love it when people are fair. Man of his word. Mm-hmm. So I need you guys to open your mic because this is very interesting what's about to come up. So remember we was looking at the little porn scene between Dirty Dom and Liv. Well,
Yeah.
Pat thought it was very interesting to do his telestrator type of thingy with the video. So we're replaying the video and he's going to analyze it. Mm-hmm.
Neuromuscular facility stretching to go, but all we got was some eye gazing and some movement maybe of a hamstring, but a lot more of gazing on another part of his body. It was uncomfortable, it was wild, and they weren't alone. No. It's almost if Daddy walked in. Daddy's El Campeón, okay? One member of Judgment Day walked in.
Dom was definitely giving her eye contact.
Two that popped their head in there, as if their friend just got caught by their parents in the basement. Carlito comes by because that's cool. You gotta settle everything.
Parents in the basement.
While the stretch is over, hopefully you're warm. And all he can do is this lust in his eyes. And a smile on her face. There is bones all over the chocolate table.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pat.
I mean, because it's what we all saw. We all saw, like, this dude was like, no. And he was like, hold up. This feels good. And then she's like, yeah, you know, we can stretch you out before every match that you have. And even if you don't have a match, we can do this too. I'm like, wait, hold up. Wait. What did you just say, girl? Like,
she meant that shit.
Yo.
She meant every word. And if you see this clip, they played it in slow motion. It looks so nasty. It looks like they are really going in. Was this playing in slow motion? He's laying there like, oh yeah. That's what I saw. He's like, yeah, until till Uncle Damien and the cousins had to barge in. Don't you hate that? Don't you hate that?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, Shane.
You gonna find the button, Mundo?
No. I want to ask Jay, what the hell does wepa means? Like, we've heard that so many times from Damian Priest. I don't speak Spanish. What does that mean?
Wepa means is an excitement word to, like a congratulations and joy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I use that word all the time.
Right.
It's like saying also woohoo.
Yeah, because I mean, when he said it, they looked like two, like he said, two kids in the basement doing something, and then Pops walked in and was like, "Wepa!" And they would say, oh shit. And then next thing you know, Liv was like, yeah, Daddy Dom. Because matter of fact, I want to say this. I want to say this. What we didn't touch on was in that original segment, they were playing the game again, just like the last few weeks. They've been playing 2K24, WWE 2K24, and they were playing a game and they were strategizing by playing the game. And then it was Liv's idea to like get more physical and work on their double team movements. And I don't know how double team movements went to me stretching you out. And I'm just like, she is very loca.
Yeah, wepa. Yeah, this is a celebration. You know, you're partying and you're getting to go wepa. Yeah. I thought he was gonna say, "Coño, ¿qué pasó? What's going on here?" You know, or but you can't say "money going," right? Because that's a curse word. But then again, Jay once said that somebody, I think Selena, actually said a curse word in Spanish. I said, "Wow, they can curse in Spanish?" Huh.
Yeah, because we the English speaking people don't know what the fuck that shit means.
Yeah, but there's a lot of Spanish speaking people out there that's like, ooh,
they'll blur it out on the Spanish feed, but in English it doesn't mean anything to us. In English, we're just like, what? Like like we say to anything else. When they have their moments where they speak English, they go into Spanish, and they go back to English. We're just like, what?
And we go, what Jay say, Jay?
Yep, right. That's why we have Triple J. What was that?
Right. Like, Jay, you should know to always be on standby whenever there's someone that could possibly speak Spanish in their promos. To always be ready to hear, Jay, what they said? Because you know we're going to say it, so you might as well just be ready for it.
Right. Basically, whenever the Judgment Day is on, or whenever LWO is on, because they speak in English and Spanish, and we just be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Honestly.
But Jay, I'm glad that your mic is open because guess what? We're following you, dude, into the ring for we have match number 5. You know, just like earlier we had a 6-man tag team. Well, guess what? Now we have a 6-woman's tag team. The very team that you translated. Damage Control versus CC Music Factory and guest appearance Lyra. So Jay, you started off and Mundo will ask this question. Go ahead.
Are we skipping over the New Day and Final Testament situation?
You know what? While they're getting themselves ready in the ring, let us sneak into the Final Testament dungeon.
Yes, sir.
I am so sorry. We totally forgot about that. So yeah, fellas, let's
go good.
Because they're talking, and I don't want to scare them, especially Grandpa. He's so easy, he's so fragile. So let's listen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I regret to inform you that Kofi Kingston will not be playing the accordion.
Oh
no! Legends.
He never played it. He never played an accordion.
Unchecked. They hold the new blood back through political
The
leverage.
fuck?
As they smile and wait for all the world to worship. They are the true enemy of us all. But one way or another, the old guard will make way for the new. Even everybody's favorite, John Cena, realizes his time is almost up. I know you hear me, Woods. I always thought you were a hell of a talent. You beat me, where Kofi could not. Right?
But come on now.
And you can create your ultimate legacy. You can become the man the way you should have always done this. Or go with Kofi. If you do, I'm going to hospitalize you, just like I did him. The New Day is dead. You're just the last to realize it, brother. So saith the Final Testament.
So my only thing is, this just goes along with what I said to you guys. I believe it was last week, and it was like how since 2024 started, we had back and forth injuries between Xavier Woods and Kofi. That was just like, what the fuck? So now Kofi's injured. He can't participate in shit. And now Xavier is by himself. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. Ugh.
This just needs to die out. I see why you skipped over it. I didn't care for that vignette at all. Honestly.
It's so weird. It's so weird how the New Day is slowly dying out, and for some reason, Karrion Kross, why does he have this fascination for Xavier Woods? Why does he care? That question is still not answered.
Like, to me, if the New Day is not even on TV, at least get another beef in between with someone else. Don't just continuously pick on people that's not on TV. I would like to see what you can do by yourself, or whatever y'all want to do with everything else. Like, if anything, AOP seems like they're done. They're not doing anything. So Scarlett's never gonna fight. So might as well, get Karrion Kross a 3 or 4 minute match where he can start a new rivalry while waiting for the New Day. Because if not, these vignettes is boring. I don't care for these guys. I've said it so many times.
Yes, you have.
I'd rather the old school Karrion Kross than the new school Karrion Kross, because Vince killed it. Oh man, this is all Vince's fault. The reason why I hate this bullshit that we're getting now. I'll be quiet.
No, not at all. Actually, keep your mic on because, again, now that we've seen, we're out of the Final Testament dungeon, we're going back into the ring for match number 5. It's a 6-women tag team match. I'm sure this is going to be a quick discussion. Damage Control versus CNC Music Factory featuring Lyra. Jay, and then Mundo if you want to talk about it.
To me, this fight started off real slow. So I started looking at it like more towards when the Lyra was getting in the ring and she was doing her drop kicks, and also Dakota got swung Chance off the ropes, and Kyrie came with a running flooring clothesline. Also, there was a tilt the world sit down power bomb by Lyra. I thought that was fire because she's a little girl that is doing these type of moves where you're like, oh shit, she's actually gonna pick her up, but wait a minute, she's gonna tilt the world her and then drop her like power bomb style. Like, oh shit, not bad. And then they had a triple suplex, which all 6 women were in there, and CNC and Lyra lifted them up and brought them back down. We also get from Lyra another like perfect plex move in which CNC does their move from the top rope to finish, but that didn't happen. Damage Control finds a way, gets the victory, and they propel. Des, what happened after the match?
Thank you very much, Jay. Because actually, the ending of this whole situation actually intrigued me more. So after we had that, Damage Control decided to take out CNC, as we call them here, and then they're in the ring and they want to, celebrate their win. And out of nowhere comes Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, aka Eva Gina, and Sonya Deville, and they start attacking Damage Control, like literally beat their asses. And I mean, man, this right here, I love. I loved it because I'm a fan of Shayna Baszler. I'm a fan of Zoe Starks because I feel like they should be pushed. And I guess because at this time we're in a Triple H era where it's like long-term storytelling and you just got to just go ahead with the bumps and bruises of everything. And some of your favorite characters might not get what they deserve at the moment that you want them to deserve it, but they have a bigger story. And this is the trio that we didn't think was going to happen, because every time we saw Zoe and Shayna having an interaction with Sonya, they were kind of brushing her off. But then tonight, they come in and they lay out Dakota, they lay out Kyrie, and all 3 of them start to attack Io. And then we see Shayna and Sonya hold Io. And then Zoe's like, you cost me everything, because prior to this, we saw that Michinoku driver, the tombstone, whatever you want to call it, that happened on Saturday during the women's Money in the Bank match, where Io basically just took Zoe out of the match by driving her headfirst into the ladder from the top of another ladder. That shit was fucking crazy. But she got her revenge, and she super kicked her straight to the fucking temple of the head. The audience was like, oh. And then it looks like she was about to give her a power bomb, but she was like, no. She lifts her up, and then she throws her in the air, and Io comes down and gets a knee to the face by Shayna Baszler. And now the crowd is really going, oh my gosh. I was like, oh shit. And then you see Sonya Deville give her what is it called? I'm sorry. To give her
Devil's
the
Advocate.
Deville, the Devil's Advocate. The Devil's Advocate is what it's called. And
Right.
I was just like, wow. I literally was like, I'm invested in this trio right here. That shit was fucking awesome to me. I was like, Damage Control is laid the fuck out. CNC, they're laid the fuck out. And you got these three women just looking so dominant. And I was like, wow, I'm all for this right here. Because I'm fans of Zoe and Shayna. And to see Sonya get back into the ring after her time off with her injury, I'm all for this right here. I'm completely invested in this. Shane.
So you're not the only one. X Twitter was exploding with that one frame of them three standing there, and everybody was like, you had the ones that was like, "What is the name of this faction?" And of course, everybody went straight to the L word. All went straight to the L word because we know one of them is like straight up because she's married. She's happily and openly married, to a woman. So we don't know. We'll check and see. I'm surprised also how Sonya came out of nowhere because, yeah, Shayna wasn't really feeling her. I wonder what Sonya said to convince Shayna, because she already had Eva Jana, already had her convinced. But I would love to know what Sonya said. Hopefully, that question will be answered soon. But yeah, just like Mundo said, yeah, we got ourselves a new crew to invest in, and they're going to give us plenty of reason to do so. Mm-hmm. You know who else we like? We also like Zelina Vega and her tag team partner for the mixed match later tonight as our main event. As we have, let me see if I get her name right because we have both interviewers today. Kathy Kelly. Kathy Kelly is in the locker room with Zelina and me llamo Rey Mysterio. And you're frozen because you don't want to talk or because I have too many. You don't want to play. You don't want to play.
Really? Shane,
Yeah, I'm getting a circle.
You haven't been deleting. You haven't been deleting as you go on.
Absolutely. You know how many clips I had open? I had like 15, 16.
You delete. Right, you delete the clips as you go on. You don't need them after we speak on it.
I just told you I do delete them because I had about 15, 16 open. Okay, here we go. Now we got it. Okay, we're in the locker room. Zelina, hit it.
Those two are a hot mess. And they're going to be even more of a hot mess when we are done with them tonight.
Very hot mess. Are you kidding me? This is a pleasure teaming
Correct.
up with Zelina Vega, LWO Familia. Tonight, we need to put an ending to this story, and we need to shut Dom and Liv up. We're going to enjoy doing that tonight. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And we're going to enjoy seeing it. There we go. See, now that we're done, I'm pressing X, and it's gone.
Goodbye.
Because we had a lot of clips, 14 clips to be exact. And speaking of interview, we're stepping outside the locker room. Let's go in we're in the back, and we have Jackie Redmond. She's with the very new faction that we just spoke about, which has no name so far. Let's listen to them.
Message were you trying to send out there exactly? I'll tell you what's going on. It's something that should have happened a long time ago. We just sent a message to the entire locker room about who actually runs this division. Look, we're done waiting. We have been screwed twice. Once at Clash of the Castle, and then at Money in the Bank. Two people who can't even lace our boots. So yeah, we gave Sonya a call. Of course. You know what I've been trying to do here, right? I've been trying to help Shayna and Zoe see their full potential, be the killers that they were meant to be, and now that they are, Damage Control was just the start. You understand that, right? Damage Control is an example of what happens when you think you run a division, but you don't. So this is a warning shot to the entire women's division.
We're here, and there's not a damn thing anybody can do about it.
You guys can keep on
Haha.
Throwing in fire.
As long as we have these titles, this is our division.
Unholy alliance.
Not for long, honey.
Bye.
And they walk
Well,
away.
Pat Cole, it sounds like our tag team champions might have a new crew to worry about. Back to you.
Mm-hmm. Fellas,
quick.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice the background?
Correct. That's what I was going to say real quick. In the background of this entire situation was Chad Gable talking to the suited up Creed brothers and Ivy Now. And as I told Jay earlier tonight, that Chad looked into the camera kind of like with a smirk. He knew the camera was on. He knew that whole situation was happening. And he looked at the camera and smirked. Like, yeah, this is my help right here. I got to do this shit on my own. These are the people right here that I'm going to do it with. For the white stick. That's what I took out of that.
Did you notice that also, Jay? Jay?
Yes, I
Wake
did.
up, Jay!
I didn't notice, sir.
Aw.
I'm wide awake. I didn't need that boom-licious thing. No. I'm here. But yes, I did notice, and he already got backup. That's gonna probably get fucked up. The White Six got
Okay.
some food. Yep, the White Sick got some food to eat. In the name of the Creed brothers. Uh-huh.
Interesting. So, Jay, let me ask you a question. What are your thoughts on the video vignette or the vignette of Gunther?
It's typical Gunther to me. You know, they just feeding us the fact that he's king of the ring. He's been on top of his game and such. No, it's not nothing that we don't know already about the man. And the fact that he's coming for the championship at SummerSlam. They're just letting us know that he's prepping. But I would say in between all this prep, he needs a fight or two before anything. Because he's had a nice little lengthy layoff. So Gunther, this was a nice little one that you gave us, real fast, short and sweet. So hopefully we see you next week in the ring, and face your champion El Campeón next week. Start the early talk now while we got the time. Let him fight some Judgment Day members.
Shane, can I speak on it? I know you asked Jay, but can I speak on it?
Hit it.
Well, for me, as someone who's not familiar with Gunther outside of the main roster, this gave a good history of who he is, because the fact that, you know, he didn't say what his former name was, but we saw it. We saw him as a heavier competitor in NXT UK as Walter, and he showed us that he was dominant in NXT UK, and then he showed us like I carried that over into the main roster, and when I became the Intercontinental Champion, I was just as dominant there as well. So for me, it was just like, wow, this guy is he's a problem. And it was basically a retort or a answer to the video package that we got, or the vignette that we got from Damian Priest earlier in the night. And I liked it 100%. I'm like, okay, let's see what these two can do. We know the history of Damian Priest as champion. We know the history of Walter, aka Gunther, or whatever you want to call him, as a competitor in general. And it'll be great to see what happens next.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So we have, and since Mundo, you spoke last, I have you lead and then Jay to follow. We're at our main event, everybody. Match number 6, Ray and Zelina versus Dirty D and Liv. Mundo and then Jay to follow. Ugh,
Dirty D.
dirty. Dirty D.
Right. Well, basically, this match, again, it was another one of the matches that had picture-in-picture during commercials. And personally, I didn't really pay attention during the commercials because I was in other chats and stuff like that. But overall, I was, impressed with, again, I really feel like we need to have another match between Liv and Zelina, because the two of them, they just have a lot of animosity between the two of them. And to see Dom versus his dad again, stemming from WrestleMania 39, moving into the matches that we have this year, I think Ray at this point is 3-0 against Dominic. So it was cool to me. I'll leave all the move sets and everything like that to Jay. But overall, I thought it was a good match. I enjoyed the match. And then after the match, matter of fact, I'll say this. Liv used the chair again, just like how Dominic did in the match with Zelina, the match with Rhea. She threw the chair into the ring, which distracted the referee, and he went for the chair and threw it out of one side of the ring, while Liv pulled the rope off on Rey Mysterio, where he ended up getting strung up on the ropes, hurting his nuts, and Dom took advantage of that and hit him with the frog splash, aka his Uncle Eddie's move, and got the 3 count on him. And at the end of that, we see Dom, he's hyped because it's his first win against his dad, and Liv is happy for him. And then Dom embraces Liv in a way that we're like, wait, whoa, hold up, what are you doing? And then he realizes what he's doing, so he snaps out of it. And then next thing you know, Liv jumps on him, and next thing you know, they fall down to the middle of the ring in a very sexual way, because I'm not PG. It's a very sexual way. He looks like he's about to take her to Pound Town again, 2 weeks in a row, taking her to Pound Town, and they look like they're about to start kissing, and then Rhea's music hits, and I went batshit crazy, just like the rest of the fans that who were there live. And I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't wait to hear this song hit. We were talking about it over the weekend. We were talking about it maybe happening after a match at SummerSlam, but it happened tonight. I mean, all the little nuggets that we got with Damian Priest told us that Rhea was on her way to the arena, and we got it. Man, oh man, I'm just mad at the fact that WWE kind of went over their time with certain shit. Maybe they shouldn't have had that Gunther and all those extra promos that they had tonight, because we didn't get too much of this ending. But Rhea came out, and that girl, Liv Morgan, ran out of that ring through the crowd so fast before Rhea even got halfway to the ring. She was gone. And Dom looked so surprised, because if you go back to last week, when Damian questioned him about, did Dom speak to Rhea? And he's like, yeah. And then Damian's like, well, I just spoke to her and she's not happy at all. He caught him in a lie. So Dom was completely surprised. And Rhea came down with a vengeance and she got in the ring and Dom had his head down and she picked his head up. Like, look at me, motherfucker, look at me. And she was like, mommy's back. And I was just like, oh man, business is about to pick up. I can't wait to see what happens next week on our 100th episode with Rhea and Dom and the Judgment Day. Like, this is going to be something crazy to witness and see. It is SummerSlam season. It's the road to SummerSlam. It's going to be crazy. But Jay, go ahead and take over, bro. Take over with the match and what your thoughts were.
Okay. You pretty much summarized a lot. But what I seen in this match also was the fact that Dom fell face first on Liv's, whoop whoop. He fell right on that. And he kind of loved that.
We're not PG over here. Go ahead and say what happened. Go ahead.
He fell flat on her cooch. Flat on the cooch. He knew it. Smelled like roses. Mm-mm-mm. Then, throughout the match, we got a nice meteor from Zelina. And Dom trying to rip off his father's mask as well. That was interesting. And also, with Zelina, I'm loving her more and more every week because she's delivering in these matches. And she's hitting everything. Her and Karana. Also, I would say the 619 when Ray was holding Dom and or you could say Dom was holding Ray and she came from under with that one. I thought that was cool. And then, Liv proceeds to throw the chair to distract the ref. And she fucks over Ray. Ray falls to the floor. Dom gets the frog splash. And this is the first time he actually beats up his father. Thanks to the help of Miss Liv Morgan. So, when he got surprised and he was too happy, like, hey, I beat my daddy, and oops, I just hugged you. What? He realized the shit, but Liv was like, I'm gonna jump right on top of you because, boy, we just won, and I want some. That's the type of mood she was in. So they dropped to the floor, and he was about to get sexy on it until mommy came. And then I was one as well, Des, that I jumped out my bed and I was like, finally, this shit is happening. We're getting it. And Liv coasted to the back. And in a video that they played on Twitter, you see Liv hiding behind the curtains in the background. And she's still like peeking here and there, make sure that Rhea doesn't come. And then she just scoots off, skipping, laughing, like nothing ever happened. So this is going to be interesting, as you said, for our 100th show next week. What a episode we're going to have with that. Because the fallout from all of it, it's going to be bananas. And the fact that they cut us off when the situation happened, after the fact, Rhea walked out. Dom tried to apologize while he was talking to her. And she just shoved him to the side and went straight to the back. Next week, we could expect what I sent you guys in the group chat. He's going to come out like Eddie Guerrero next week with some flowers and try to apologize. And was going to probably take the flowers away. Be like, oh, this is for me. And then here we go. More fuel to the fire. This shit's about to get real interesting. It's the summertime. Might as well do it now. Dang.
Awesomely said by both Mundo and Triple J. Man, I can't wait till next week. You thought tonight was jam packed? Ooh, wee. A 100 show where we're going to recap Raw and recap 100 episodes of the Three Bells podcast, people. That is a lot. A lot. So we look forward to seeing that. But hey, we have ended our Raw recap. We still have a couple of news clips we want to go over quick fast, some interesting birthdays, as well as our match and moment of the night. So let's take a very quick commercial break, a very important commercial, if I may say so, and we'll be right back after this.
Hey, guess what? The Three Bells Podcast Friday Night SmackDown Recap is moving. Beginning Friday, July 19th, the new home of the Friday Night SmackDown Recap will be aired live on YouTube and Facebook. Just go on the Three Bells Podcast Facebook or YouTube page and click the live link to join in on the action.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Three Bells Podcast, where we have just ended our Raw recap show, and we just had a commercial to remind us of the special date, J 19th, where we will have our episode, our premiere episode of SmackDown on both YouTube and Facebook Live. Can't wait. So let's go to the news desk for some quick news, and then after this, I will ask Mundo and Jay if they have any news to share themselves. So let's hit it. So let's talk about Money in the Bank, fellas. A couple of key points. For their gate, the Money in the Bank 2024 became the highest grossing WWE arena event in Canada in company's history. The attendance, more than 45,000 fans attended the 4 events running Thursday to Sunday, including the debut of WWE superstar Sami Zayn comedy show. Yeah, Sami Zayn and friends, do Toronto. Sami is a comedian. In addition to Friday Night SmackDown, Money in the Bank, and NXT's Heatwave in Scotia Arena. Viewership, the Saturday show became the most watched Money in the Bank of all time, with viewership up 46% from last year's record-setting number. In terms of merchandise, in partnership with Fanatics, merchandise sales was up from last year's record-setting numbers, with the Canadian theme, Jay, you mentioned this, Money in the Bank briefcase, grabbing the top spot as the best-selling item of the weekend. And finally, from the socials, John Cena's retirement announcement has amassed more than 65 million media views in its first 24 hours, making WWE most viewed social segment since WrestleMania 40. Congratulations to WWE and the Money in the Bank. So, PWInsider.com and Fightful Select has reported that WWE has been discussing, quote unquote, the idea of adding a women's intercontinental title as well as a women's United States title. Jay, your wish might come true. And finally, Damian Kemp. We know him from NQCC and NXT, where he tweeted today, and quote, "As of today, I am no longer under contract with WWE. Forever grateful for the people I met and the experience I've had." These are the news clips for this week, everyone. Mundo or Jay, if you have any others to add before we hit birthdays.
No, I do not. I have nothing to add to that.
Neither here. You covered everything that I would have covered myself. Good shit. I appreciate, you talking about the IC and the women's U.S. championship titles. I would love to see that, It's an evolution, and I'm all for it. And with Kemp, oh man, I feel he got used basically for Tavion Heights. This is something. Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, that
Oh
sucks.
yeah,
Sucks.
he made
It's like we
he made it.
literally we right.
No, I was gonna say he made it farther than his brother
Oh,
Gable. Yeah, trash.
it's like two members in how many months that has been let go from that faction?
I would say
It's
the
terrible.
past 90 days, at least the past 90 days.
Eh, well, I wish him, the best, and let's see what NQCC will do moving forward. I
Uh-huh.
guess starting tomorrow, we might get some explanations as to what's going on. Yeah. All right, let's go to our favorite spot. This is my favorite spot of the show. Happy birthdays! Hey, hey. If you're celebrating a birthday this week, we'd like to say happy birthday to everyone. And here are the superstars that are celebrating this week. As a matter of fact, celebrated yesterday was Ludwig Kaiser. Yeah, he turned 34. And Kevin Nash, Big Diesel, he's going to turn 65. And Sheldon Benjamin, he's going to turn 49. And superstar turned producer Tyson Kidd, he's going to turn 44. And we are anticipating his return, Brock Lesnar, he's going to turn 47. And also superhero turned producer, backstage producer, The Hurricane. Welcome to the club, buddy. He's 50. And then remember Doink the Clown and his little mini-me Dink the Clown? Yeah, he's still chilling. He's turning 68. And part of the Generation X, X-Pac, turns 52. And we just saw him. He got his ass whooped, but he's still alive. He's going to celebrate 40. As I say, happy birthday to Sami Zayn. Happy birthday, Sami Zayn. And heavenly birthdays to Butch Reed, or Bruce Reed, real name. Born 1954 and passed away in 2021 at the age of 66. Those are your birthdays, everyone. We'd like to say happy birthdays to all of our superstars, as well as the superstars in your lives. Mr. Mundo, Triple J, any birthday shout-outs or celebrations at this time?
For once, I do not have any birthdays, but anybody that I did shout out this. In fact, no, I'm lying. No. I did. I shouted everybody out last week. So this week, I have no birthdays, but shout out to everybody that did have a birthday this week. We love you, and happy birthday.
And same here with me. Unfortunately, I don't have any birthdays to celebrate, but the ones that change, you describe and let us know. Happy birthday to them, and happy birthday to everyone that had a birthday this past week and weekend.
Thank you, fellas. Thank you. So that's our show, believe it or not, a very long show. Thank you so much for everybody that stuck in with us and left all the awesome messages and peeked in just for a second. But before we end this show and every other show, we got to ask that $1 million question. What is your 3-bell match and or moment of the night? We're going to start with Mundo, and then I'm going to answer. And then the host of NXT, which will be in several hours from now, is Triple J. Hit it.
Okay, I'll go with you know what? I'll go with shit. I should put my book away. But you know what? Off the top of my head, and it's on my TV screen, fuck it. I'll go with Jey Uso and Chad Gable for my match of the night. And my moment of the night, obviously, will be the return of Mommy, aka Rhea Ripley. That is my match and moment of the night. Let's get it.
Cool. My match of the moment. Well, my match of the moment. My match is the Okay, there we go. Whenever Jay laughs, I know I messed up. So thanks, dude. My three bells match is Braun Breaker versus Dragunov. It was good to see both of these power hitters go at it, and I know that this won't be the last. And I like what happened afterwards, which will help build and continue. It will start a new story, and continue a new one. Oh, he actually meshed them up. It's pretty cool. My moment of the night. I mean, yes, of course, it was good to see Rhea, see what happens with her next. But just like funny moment was when Jay Uso at the end of his match, when he looked at the camera and said "yeet" and was out. That has got to be one of the blackest things I have ever seen in the WWE because we don't play. Once those lights go out, we out. Another one was to see Braun throw that chair at that Dragunov's head and him laying there with his hand all twitching like he's having a Caesar attack or something like that. Those are my moments, and that's my match of the night.
Nice. My match of the night goes to Bronson versus Pete Dunne, just because of the fact that, we got the old bruiserweight back and the short man was delivering. And even though Bronson won the match and squashed him, we got to see a side beef form, hopefully between him and Sheamus as well. So this is going to be interesting and cool to see. And then my moment of the night was when Chad Gable was talking with Adam Pearce, and after they finished talking, Bo Dallas was in the office. I was like, "Oh shit, we got some, something to talk about now because old boy ready to unleash everybody." So this is the beginning. Give me my food. It's time to eat. So there you go. That's my match and moment of the night, fellas.
And that is our show for today. Unless you guys have any final last words, I will press that play button to close out. We good? Yes? No? You guys are staying on mute? I take that as a yes. All right, we're out of here.
And that's the bell, folks. You've been listening to the Three Bells Podcast with your hosts, Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac, bringing the thunder from the ring straight to your speakers. But the conversation doesn't end here. Keep the conversation going in the comments and follow us on our socials to get the latest scoop on WWE events and behind-the-scenes action. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and above all, stay tuned for more hot takes, news, in the world of wrestling. Expect the unexpected. See you on the next show, the Three Bells Podcast.
For my better judgment, I'm going to close out the show with this.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe
Yes,
I might as well. I know that will wake you up.
Yes.
That's our show, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us and tuning in. Thank you to Mundo. Thank you to Triple J. Thank you to Dr. Killjoy, Knives, Drew. We see you. This song is really like distracting me, but thank you for everybody that left a message, that came in, even tuned in for a second. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll let the fellas do their thing, Mundo and then Jay to follow. But hey, everybody, keep on laughing hard and love harder. This is your homie Shane O'Mac coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells podcast table, saying good fight. And I believe good night.
And Paris and Tokyo.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? You know what time it is.
Hey. Drop it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Mundo, AKA Mr. AKA himself, and thank you so much for joining in on the Monday Night Raw Recap presented by the Three Bells Podcast. It's your boy Mundo, AKA Mr. AKA himself. Thank you, Shane O'Mac. Thank you so much, Triple J. Thank you, everyone that contributed tonight. I appreciate y'all. You left the message. Everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. I love this. It's the rock version of Joe Hendry. But yes, thank y'all so very much. And like I always say, above my little talking circle, tonight we got the Three Bells Facebook. We also have Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Like, subscribe, and share. And also be advised, this Friday is my premiere episode of Friday Night SmackDown with me hosting, and it will be the last SmackDown on stereo as we move to Facebook Live and YouTube Live on July 19th. So make sure you join in this Friday and definitely join in next week. We're here live again in a few hours with our boy Triple J at 10:20 for the NXT recap after Heat Wave. Heat Wave was fucking crazy. So yes, it's your boy Mundo, aka Mr. AKA himself, and I'm out of here.
Yeah, it's your boy, main event Triple J, now signing off on stereo. Shout out to everybody that's been listening tonight. Killjoy, Penelope, Drew, Kanaka, Spotlight, and everybody that just spent time giving us their, undivided time listening to our show. And we enjoy y'all. We love y'all. Bless y'all. Fellas, what amazing night we had. We're going to continue on the road to 100. I'm ready. This is going to be special. And also a special shout out to my sister who couldn't join us tonight. She wasn't feeling well. But sis, thank you for that family night last night that we had. It was awesome. I'm looking forward to doing many more. Other than that, I see everybody later on at 10:20 p.m. for the Heat Wave recap on NXT because it's the fallout and we're looking all forward to it, everybody. See y'all later. Peace.
He appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause you love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say I believe in Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. And as always, hey. We'll see you in a few hours. No yeet.